I'm live. There you go. See audio. Okay, audio's there. I see the green dot. Audio. Looks kind of hazy though, but that's because of this light probably. Not the best lighting in here though. That's the thing. I need to improve that. Actually, I should clean the camera. Yeah, I should clean the camera. I didn't do that. Give me a minute. Let me just clean the camera. I since I brought it down from upstairs, I didn't clean it. So it's a little hazy. I saw the replay and Jim, I know Jim's radio check said that the audio was breaking up. It was breaking up. My thinking is I think that computer is long in the tooth when it comes to streaming now. That was the one I'm using right now is the one that I replaced the laptop with. When I first started streaming, I was streaming on an old laptop, but the old laptop couldn't, wasn't that. It's not that good. It's okay, but it's not up to par. Plus, is a couple of I think like two USB ports on the laptop are not really properly working anymore. It's very old. And then this one, the one I'm streaming now, that's a trash can find from a few years back. That's the one that I replaced the laptop with down here, and then that's the one that wound up being a streaming computer upstairs on the second floor. So that's the one I'm using now. Right now, of course, I only have it set up with Google Chrome, so that's another issue. So the last time I streamed here, the audio was breaking up, and I noticed it was pixelating and all that. I think also that computer might have an issue with a network card. I think it's even though the speed test on it, and it looks like it's working fine. It can upload pretty fast, but I think there's something going on with that network card. Eventually, I would like to get a brand new computer for streaming. That's my goal now. Because that computer is not the computer behind me is pretty fast. That's what I've been streaming for all these months. That one actually, I'm surprised because that one looks like it's older than this one, but that one's been streaming pretty good. And then of course this one is the one that FMDX web server. But yeah, so I'm gonna plus it's kind of big. I want something small, low footprint, low because it's only gonna be for streaming. And I want a Windows 11 one. This one is Windows 10 also. So I'm thinking I'm gonna look around. Maybe my next payment. Now, I saw some about $100 and something that I can pick up. I basically just want it for streaming. That's it. I seen them from about $100 and change. Basically it's a very small form factor computer. It's not gonna do anything else but streaming. That's it. I don't plan to put anything else on it, other than OBS, and that's it. I'm not gonna have much on it because this computer here, I think it's still a good computer, but I noticed the streaming when I did the replay. When I watched the replay, excuse me, it was there was a time where the audio was breaking up, and Jim was mentioned that, and I didn't notice it on the live, but on the replay I noticed it. It's very noticeable. So that's another reason, even though I'm doing live and I can see myself here. When Jim was saying that, I'm like, well, I don't notice the audio. Well, the replay showed it, and also the picture quality was kind of diminished. So, and this webcam is actually the better one than the one that I've been using. This is the 922, the Logitech C922. This one, the one behind me, the one that I've been using for all these months, that's the 920. That's the one I just picked up that one on eBay for like $30 or something. I forgot what it was. This is the one that I bought a few years back, brand new. Now, of course, I also have the Brio 4K. I may use that one here. Maybe that's what I'll do too. But I want to see how the stream goes today. If I think if I get the same issue, then I'm not gonna stream with this computer anymore. I'm gonna figure out a way to put a new computer here because I need this one for the FMDX server. I don't want to stream with this one because it's working nicely now. The one behind me is working nicely for what it does, FT8 and stuff. So, good evening, RRT08. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're staying cool. It was pretty warm today. I was outside. I was weed whacking the front because the sidewalk is not it's kind of a broken sidewalk, so weeds were growing out of it, and I can't have that. It started looking really nasty. So I was weed whacking out there, and I had to clean up the front. So I don't know if I got a little tan today. I was out there for about 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, about 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. Good evening, Keegan the Xer, North Arkansas, 91 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. I'm really loving this FMDX web server because one major reason, I'm not familiar with all those frequencies. For example, for my area, my band is you guys know now, my band is very crowded. Excuse me. So, okay, let me change glasses. I cleaned this one for a reason. Okay. So I've been, I sometimes I sit here and I'm listening to the radio, whatever, and or doing some something with my channel, something, my blog or whatever, and I see the activity, and I see that somebody left it on 89.7, and I looked down, I saw WGBH. I'm like, what? WGB? Like I said, I'm new to this. So when I saw that, I said, let me connect, let me log into the, and then I could hear it. I was like, oh my God, that's WGBH out of Boston. So I of course, I took out my phone and I recorded it. The first time I did that, this is what I'm going to talk about in a minute, because there's a couple of people out there that are going to ruin it for everybody. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. So while I was recording it, somebody went in there and started tuning without even asking if anybody's tuning. So the first video you saw that I called W, but there was no discernible audio, right? That was the short video because somebody started tuning. Like they just went in there, started tuning right away. I tell people a rule of thumb: when you go into the FMDX, any FMDX web server, if you only see one person, that's you. If you see more than one person, then that means somebody's in there. And they might be tuning, they might be recording a video, because that's what I do. I record videos. When you come to my server, if there's more than one person there, wait a couple of minutes. At least wait like, kind of wait like 2 or 3 minutes. Or if you see the chat that people are already there, just say, is anybody using the can I tune here? Is anybody using it? Something like that. So far, most people have, but there's a couple of people, I'm not going to mention their name because they kind of slow down now. Because I put a message the other day and I think they read it. Don't abuse the server. The server is not for you to listen to it all day. It's not your personal radio, your personal little radio. It's not that. It's for you to go in there, especially now with Sporadic E and Tropo and all that, good stuff. For you to go in there, try to listen to some stuff, especially if you've already been there. You already know the channel. You already know the station lineup. But you're going in there to DX. Okay, that's fine. But don't log in like 15 times a day. I know who you are. I know who you are. I'm not going to even shout you out. Especially the first couple of days. They weren't there all day. And I even saw a couple of people, bro, I was listening to something, right? And I let it go. Until it happened to me. until it happened to me. I was making that video, and somebody went in there, blah, blah, right away, fucked up my video. Seriously. And I let it go because I already got enough of it. I already got enough of it with the RDS, and I got the RDS here and on the screen, which that's the best thing to have. So I let it go. I said, okay. Then the next day, I got it again, which was yesterday. I got WGBH again yesterday with better audio. I waited this time. It was and it was later on at night. It was much later. It was like I think it was like midnight. I forgot what time. It was late. It was nighttime. And this time I got the audio and everything. I got some audio. You can hear clear audio at the end of the video. So of course I didn't get no calls. I didn't get no station ID over the radio, but I don't need it because I had the RDS. I had the RDS here and on the screen. That's the beauty of both. So even if you don't get the, I would like to get the call sign, WGBH out of Boston, what NPR, whatever, blah blah. But I didn't get that because I can't wait around because somebody's gonna come in here and. But what I'm telling people is, if you're gonna go in the server, wait a couple of minutes, especially if there's more than one person there, or even ask. Common rule, common courtesy, common sense, because this one is pretty busy. This one is very busy. There's a few. I noticed a couple of more United States ones opened up. There's one in Tennessee that just he was there. I think he was away for a while, and he's back. So I noticed this, and plus today there was some sporadic activity because I saw the alert on other. I saw the alert on other. I don't have it on mine now. I got rid of the plugin. But I saw it on other radios. There was I think we up to 99 megahertz here in the U.S. So, but I didn't tune today. I was busy outside working and all that. But I just want to point that out to you. When people use a server, please, if you see somebody in there already, wait a couple of minutes. If you see the tuners moving around, the numbers don't tune over them. Don't do that. That's rude. That's rude. Wait till they finish or ask. Because they saw him. I was making a video, although I wasn't tuning. I was already there, 89.7, but you could see that it's not a normal station. It says, it was saying it right there, WGBH. Common sense tells you that this is not a station that you normally pick up in New York City. This is a tropo thing. Wait a couple of minutes before you, or even ask in the chat. That's why I have a chat. Some radio stations, some online radios don't have a chat. I put a chat there on purpose. Ask. Because I was this close to shutting it down last night. I was this close, and I was gonna end it. I was gonna end this shit. Straight up. Because you know what? Some people need to chill. I'm not gonna shout them out here. They know who they are. You go in there, use it, ask. It's not your personal radio to be on it 24/7. There's a lot of people that use this radio all over the world. I watch it here. And I know who's in there hanging out all the time. So I'm telling you right now, take a chill, or I will bring down the hammer and you'll get banned. I'm gonna have to ban a couple of people. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because they're gonna get their hurtings, they're gonna get their feelings hurt, and then whatever. And I'm not gonna deal with that. Just don't go in there hogging up the radio. That's all I'm saying. All right. Now I got that. I made the video, and then of course yesterday I got another one, and I got it. So that's it. I'm done with that station. I got enough of it. If I get in the future, I make it. But remember, those, you know who you are. I'm gonna shout you out, but you know who you are. Because I see them here. I can see everybody that's here. I can see where they're from. And if they chat, I see the name. So I know who it is. I know who they are. There's a couple of them. All right. Keegan DX, I had a brief FM skip to Mexico 88.5. Oh, nice. And 91.9 Wednesday afternoon. Had RDS pilots, but not stable enough to confirm anything, even all the. Oh, okay, yeah. That's the beauty about RDS, man. RDS, like with the first time, I was recording it and I was about to get the audio, and the person went in there, fucked up my shit, fucked up my video. Like fucking got me out. I was fucking angry, yo. I think next time they do that, I'm just gonna go to the admin and boot them right there. I'm gonna kick them off. I could also lock the server. That's something I could do. When you look at the map, the ones that are in red, that means I can lock it. That means only I can tune it. So I'm gonna have to do that too. Maybe I go in there and lock the server. I play around with it for an hour or whatever, and then I'll unlock it again. And I don't want to do that because I want people to respect each other in there. A couple of bad apples is not gonna fuck up this project. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ban the shit out of them. That's it. They're gonna get banned, and they're not gonna like it, and that's it. I'm not gonna fuck up my server for a couple of people. Not gonna happen. I'm gonna ban the shit out of them. End of story. Just saying. They know who they are. They need to take it down a notch, or they're gonna get the hammer. They're gonna get fucking exile out of my server. I'm done. All right. Yeah. So that was a nice one. WGBH. Listen, like Keegan, I'm a rookie. So all these catches to me are brand new to me. I'm like, yeah. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. I'm like, yeah. It's fun though. It's fun. HF sucks right now. I hadn't even bothered trying HF since I've been doing this. I just been FM. I haven't even bothered because I've been so much checking up on. I check. With my case. In my case, I didn't even log in because I could see it right here. And I said, "Oh my god, I don't recall that station." And then somebody did it, and I said, "Oh shit, let me go in there and It's cool. It's cool. I like it though. It's very and it can happen anytime during the day. The Boston one was early morning, and then the next day was late night. It was just coming in. I was like, man, nice. And I was like, this is why it's so cool about it. Like now, I want to get a better antenna. I want to get a bigger antenna now. I want to get something like by the way, that Tabernacle guy has a channel. I didn't know that. He has a lot of nice catches, that Tabernacle. When you go to the map, this Tabernacle, New Jersey. I stumbled upon his channel, and he has a channel. I didn't know that. So I subscribed to his channel. I'm gonna put the link to his channel in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go put it. He has a lot of nice catches. The other day he caught Cuba and Bahamas and all that. I mean, no, excuse me, not the other day. My mom, not the other day. Excuse me, no. There was one that he did a couple of years ago. It was like for like a few hours because he has like 3 SDRs hooked up, and oh my god, this guy called Cuba, Bahamas. Oh my god, this guy is Tabernacle, and he's from. So it got to be him, the same guy, because I looked at the antenna that he put in this. Yeah. Hello, T Radio 972. I hope you're doing well. This is the season for FM with E-Skip and trouble going on at times. If only E-Skip conditions were as good. Yeah, I know. That's another thing. I see Europe is every freaking day. And here we like, I know it's like something in the air in Europe. I know Europe is crazy. I know. That's the same thing that happened last year. Remember? I remember last year. You know, it was like over here, but in Europe it was better. It was much better in Europe. It's crazy. I'd be like, that's it. I'm moving to Europe. Oh, my radio. Oh, sorry. I saw my radio access online. His server's online too. I was on it earlier. I just went in there to see, and listen to a couple of stations real quick. I saw he's on. I know he's online. I don't know if he's online right now, but I saw it earlier. He was on. Because I looked at the map. There was like, I think it went up to like 313 servers online. So I saw a couple of more in the United States. I saw one from Tennessee. One from Tennessee. There's one in Oklahoma. He's been there for a few days. And then there's another one from Indiana now. I believe Indiana. So yeah, Marriott DX is his. So when you go to England, you got to go to Southampton. It's the bottom part of England. It's the name of the service, Marriott DX, Southampton. That's his. Let me give you the channel. I'm gonna look it up over here, and then I'm gonna go to, yeah, it's easy enough to remember. I'll just come on with the mouse. I'm gonna open up another tab. Hopefully this don't crash my system, because I'm only using one screen and I'm going flipping tabs, and I'm using Chrome. Let me just give you the channel link to that guy. It's Tabernacle. He's from Tabernacle, New Jersey. He has as a matter of fact, subscribe to his channel. Get him over 1,000 subs. He's at 998. He's at 998. So get him over 1,000. Let's get him over 1,000. He has some nice catches. So I believe that's the one that runs the Tabernacle server. I believe. He has a very good antenna. I think it's a what is it, APS 12 or something. I looked it up. It's like okay, you sub to him. Okay, cool. Yeah, he has a lot of nice catches. Oh, I was watching it last night. I was watching that one that's like yeah, I was watching one that he had like, oh my God, like it was like all these catches. I think it was from 3 or 4 years ago. That's the one he caught a couple of, I think 3 Cuban stations, 3 stations from Cuba, a bunch of Florida stations, Bahamas. He was all over. I think the night before he caught a Canadian. The night before he caught a Canadian station on 92.9. I was trying those frequencies last night, but yeah, Canadian. I was like, man, I want to get some Canadian FM. I think it was I'm trying to remember the call sign. I think it was CHFI or CEI something. Anyway, it was 92.9. I know that one was coming in really nice. But he has a nice antenna though. He does. It's I looked it up. It's not cheap. I think it's 13 element. It's a 13 element or 12 element. I don't know. It's a pretty big. It's a nice antenna, directional. That's what I need. I need something like that. I want to get what he's getting. I want to get Cuba. Hey, hello, Biggie. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, so let me see what. Let me see if he mentions it. Yeah, so it's right here. So yesterday he caught CHFI 92.9 out of Toronto, That's why he called this video 17. One day ago, he got 17 views. He needs to get more views. He got some nice catches, man. Anyway, that's his channel right there. So it's WNJL. He's at 998. 331 videos. Yeah, he definitely needs. Get him over 1,000. He has some nice. So I think that I because Tabernacle, it's probably the same. It got to be the same guy. I'm probably gonna send him a message to ask him. I told him that I subbed to his channel. So I subbed to his channel last night. I stumbled upon it last night. I was like, wow. So that's Tabernacle. So yeah, his server is nice. If you go to his server, when I went to his server, I was picking up Philly like nothing. A whole bunch of that's how I stumbled upon 94.1. And then I said, let me try it over here. And then I did 94.1 over here and I got it. I was like, yeah. Because I use another channel I check out often is TV Radio 1972. Because since he's close to me, I see what he picks up, even though it's probably a few hours old already or whatever. And I get a general idea. Okay, I need to try this frequency. Maybe, and that's what happened with Jamaica. I was like, let me try 91.7. Bammo. You know? So I shout out to TV Radio 1972. I go to his channel quite often to see what he's picking up. Because he's very close to me. Out of Tabernacle is close, but not close to. Mike was very close to me. Clifton is right there. It's not far. It's right over the Hudson. So, hello Tasso. I hope you're doing well, my friend. So yeah, so definitely sub to his channel. He has a nice channel, and you know what? He's at 9. You gotta get him over the 1,000 mark. Maybe he could get monetized too. That would be nice. But yeah, Tabernacle, New Jersey. I need to look that up on the map. What exactly is Tabernacle? But that was a server that I was the one here that I was connecting to quite often. And then the one in Hartford, I don't connect to it that much, although I should. That one is pretty nice, a nice one too. The one in Massachusetts, I connected a couple of times. The one that I liked it, and he's back on, is the one from Texas. The one from Texas is a nice one. That one, I believe, is on a tower. The antenna is very way up there. And I believe, oh, cool. Yeah, sub to his channel. You get him over the 1,000 mark. And then, if you leave a comment, tell him that Danny say, hey, let's get him over 1,000. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it'd be nice. I'm going to send him a message. I'm going to go to his server and leave a message. I appreciate it. So yeah, his channel. I didn't know he had a channel. So I'm like, nice. Very good. And he uses, I know for the AirSpy SDR. He also has the RSP Duo. He uses. So he records them. That's another reason why I need to do too. I need to have a recording. But I haven't finalized my setup yet. I want to set up my SDR. Now that I have this one, I want to set up my SDR. But I want to wait till I get another antenna, and then I'll split this one. And I may dedicate an SDR. So I can record. I can record a particular slice. I believe it's like 10 megahertz. 8 megahertz or 10 megahertz. And that's what he did. Yeah, I know. Same here. No, I just read it. I know something. It is a challenge. That's why I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed that you get so many catches. I really am impressed that you get so many catches. Because You're right near here. It's everybody, people that log in and they leave a message and say, "Man, your band is so crowded." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but it's possible." I mean, that Tabernacle guy gets some good, nice catches, you know. And I still haven't done the SDR thing. I need to set up the SDR and maybe record and. But that's why I have this computer now. So this computer is basically just for that. Right now, it's for the right now. This computer is only the only thing here. Only thing in here is going to be for FMDX web server. I'm gonna hook up an SDR to this. So I was looking into sharing the SDR, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't. I want one to record here, and that way I can just leave it on and record. And I have my this is my everyday computer behind me. This is the one that I do all my work on. Yeah, right now I'm letting it run. I shut it down the other day for like I believe it was about an hour because I had to do Windows update. Because every week or so I get a reminder. This is Windows 11, so I got the Windows update pop up. I have to do the Windows update. So a couple of nights ago I did the Windows update, but it took forever because it kept giving me the blue screen. So they had to roll back the Windows update because it almost fucked up my computer. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like an hour. It took like an hour. So I don't know what the hell happened. So I'm skipping the next one. When it pops up, I'm gonna say no. I don't want no more Windows. Skip. I'm gonna skip it for as long as I can. That's the only thing that's gonna stop this thing is Windows Update. It pops up, and if you don't answer it, sometimes it'll just go ahead. And that's the problem with Windows now, especially I believe with if you're not there, sometimes it's anyway. So the other night, I was like the night before, it was like an hour and a little over an hour, and so I could was down because I was doing the Windows Update, and the Windows Update that happened to me, it didn't want to boot up right away. It gave me the blue screen, like a blue screen. So I was like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me? Did this kill my computer? Did it ruin the computer?" And then so I said no, and then it said, "Oh, we're gonna roll back to the okay." So that took forever. So it was probably more than an hour. I don't remember. All I know, I was here listening to music and just relaxing and listening to music while that bullshit was going on. Finally, it reverted, and then I booted up. And then to boot the web server, it doesn't take much. To boot the web server, you have to I'll probably make a video on it in the future. To boot the web server, you have to boot something called XDRD. You have to boot that first, and then you go into the web server folder. You got to open it in a terminal and just type in node space, and that's it. I mean, no. npm space install, run that, and then node. MyRadio did a batch file on it. I may use that in the future, but I rather, to be honest, I'd rather keep doing it repetitively because I want to memorize it for when I make the video. If I do the batch file, then I'm gonna forget a step, and then because that's what happened. Because once I've done this a few times, I want to really and so that way when I explain to it in a video, because I am gonna make a video on this, how to set it up. Because the problem with the video out there, they want the location, the one that was made by Nubish. On that one, the link to the XDRD file is dead. It's a dead link. It doesn't work. So I had to look it up. So now I found the file. So when I make this video, I'm going to update that link. Because when I did in the beginning, I followed this video. And plus, he goes a little too fast with the clicking. And he doesn't talk, which I don't understand what, but maybe it's a language thing. I don't know. Me, I plan to go a little slow. I'm going to make it so easy. I'm going to make it so easy that, I'll be like, oh my God, thank you. I didn't know it was so easy. So I'll make a video on it. Yeah. So hello, my Ready DX. I hope you're doing well. I saw that your server's online. I was on it earlier. I just went in there briefly, tuned a couple of stations. I was gonna leave your chat message, but your chat is disabled. So I just see, you don't have no chat right now. I just see nobody was there, so I just said, oh, okay, I guess I'm the only one in here. Now it was a few hours ago when I came back from outside. I was working outside today. Let me go back up here. Miggy says I haven't had much personal time, and for a while, well, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. What the hell? I got another one. What the hell? I know I got a little color in my skin today. I got a little tan. Mouse. Okay, there goes my mouse. So Tasso said you're the 1,000 sub to his channel. Cool. Yeah, he has a nice channel. I mean, I think I'm gonna ask him if that's his DX web server, the Tabernacle, New Jersey one. I think it is because I remember when I looked at the description of one of the videos, I think it's the same antenna. I believe it's off the top of my head, I can't remember. I think it was a 12 element or something. Yagi something. I know I copy and pasted. When I looked it up, it's not cheap. It's a kind of a little pricey, the antenna. And good evening, my Radio DX, sir. So yeah, I plan to run it for a while, long term. I really want to run. I really want to keep it on running every day, just for this sporadic thing. That way, people can get a chance to enjoy it. To use it as a reference. You can also use it as a reference, if you, especially like in my case. Well, not in my case. Like for example, I know T-Ray 972. Maybe you want to use it as a reference. And things like that. Or anybody, or even Tasso. I know he was. That's fine. T-Ray 972. The TF6686 does well with adjacent channel FMDXing. 94.9 and 100.9 are two frequencies that I can only DX with that radio. Okay. Yeah. Onslaught MP, hello, my friend. My sound doesn't work after Windows. Well, my thing gave me the blue screen. I was like, oh my God, don't tell me you just killed my computer. But then it after a while, it decided to roll back. It said, no, we're going to roll back to the, and I was like, yeah, please do. Roll back, please. Otherwise, it would have been down right now. But, so the next update, I'm skipping it. So usually Windows updates I forgot when is it, every so often. I think it's every, but it kept nagging me. And I'm like, okay, I'll just do it when later on in the night when it's slow. There was some downtime. Nobody was on the server for about almost an hour. I said, let me do it now. Plus, I had to delete a couple of plugins that were useless. So right now, the only plugin I have is the live view map or whatever. I like that one. I like the Spectrum. That I love that one, the Spectrum. And then the other one is the what is the other one? I got rid of the time one because it's kind of redundant. I mean, you have your own time on your computer. So I rather increase the audio. I rather increase the audio bandwidth. So I got it up to 256 now, which sounds much better. I can hear a difference. Although somebody emailed me saying that they can't hear stereo, and of course, complaining. Here we go. That on their screen, that they can't switch between mono and stereo. I know sometimes I believe that's the server that's glitching that, because I can switch mono to stereo here. It works fine. Another thing I do is I leave it on auto. I use auto. I have mine on auto. I leave mine on auto, but you can switch it. I left that option open that people could switch it. So maybe in his case, he had it down to 56K. And when you got it down to 56K, you're not going to get stereo no matter what. You're not going to get, from my experience, when you have it down to 56K, I don't think you're gonna get stereo anyway, because that is so it's very narrow. So you're not gonna get it. I believe that I only get that when when it's like wide enough. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys out there that use the same radio. But maybe that's why maybe he doesn't know the radio like I know it, and he thinks that, because I know when there's an M and there's an S. Normally on some of them I notice you can click on it and change it from mono to stereo. But sometimes that doesn't work if your bandwidth is if you're already down to 56K. You cannot just click on stereo. I don't think it works like that. I think it depends on it depends on the signal. If you got a good signal, if you don't got a good signal, that stereo light is not gonna come out. Or the ring. In this case, here the ring. You know what I'm saying? So the guy I think was just being too picky. He was annoying me. I normally don't reply to emails, only people that I know. So I replied and I said, listen, it's working fine. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It works fine. I even put my headphones over here. I heard it both in stereo. It's no mono. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. It's like people are so fucking picky sometimes. I don't know. You get an audio file or whatever. I'm sorry. Maybe you have it down to 56K and it's a week. I don't know. I'm not gonna break my head trying to figure out for one guy what's his issue. I just annoying. It really is annoying. People get a server and they want to nitpick every little thing. Seriously. Oh, okay. Let me read that because I was debating that to leave it on auto. No, I do. I leave it on auto, but I don't disable the access because maybe I should. Oh, because okay, okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened the first day. The first day I did not put a frequency range. So here's what happened. So you know what? You're onto something. That way you avoid the hassle. Let me read your comment first. Meredith, Danny, best thing to do, in my opinion, with the bandwidth is disable access and leave it on auto. Okay. That way you avoid the hassle and the dynamic bandwidth of the TEF works very well. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I normally, when I have it here, I leave it on auto. It works fine for me. But here's what happened. I think what happened was the first day, I did not put a frequency range. If you do not put a frequency range, they can go on medium wave. That's what happened. Some people started going on medium wave. And when they went on medium wave, this is my guess. Then they came back to, or whoever, the next person used the radio came back on FM. The bandwidth was stuck on 56. I noticed it. It was all the way at the 50, at the lowest, 56. And then that's when I got the complaints. The audio's not that good. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at, yeah, because that's 56. But I think what happened was, so I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to leave the frequency range. And I'm going to disable the people switching it and leave it on auto. I'm going to try to do that. Because that's the problem. What happened was, I think what happened the first day, I didn't put the frequency range. Because like I said, I'm learning the server. I didn't know about the frequency range. So I left it open. And what happened was people were going my medium wave and shortwave and playing around with it, which I didn't mind. But when they went back, they had no way of flipping the bandwidth back to auto. And you can't write all that stuff in the thing. You don't have enough room to write all that. Because I was going to put like, please, when you're done, put it back on auto for the next person. Because some people don't know about the bandwidth switch. They see the number and they don't know how to use the whole thing. So I think what happened was that's the first complaints I started getting. Oh, the audio is not that good. And I'm looking at it, yeah, snap ahead because I'm 56. You know, that's like the other guy. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it tonight because what happened is there's people that don't know about the bandwidth. I left. I gave people benefit of doubt because I figured some DXs out there wanna switch the bandwidth around and you know to fine tune the station, whatever. I don't know, but I think you know what. Overall, you're right. I think just fuck it. Sorry. You know what? I'm gonna just leave it on auto and disable the shit. And but I think the frequency. What happened was the frequency range. People went on AM or on medium wave. When they came back, the thing was stuck at 56, and they didn't have a chance to switch it back. But what you're saying is leave the have the frequency range, FM only, disable disable people from switching it, and put it on auto. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that because I give people benefit down. Maybe some people want to narrow the bandwidth because maybe, but I think auto. But I like auto. No, I'm not worried about the moaners. I'm not worried about the moaners because But what happened was I was trying to figure out why people were complaining about the audio quality. I'm like, you know, is that at first it was 128. Okay, that's okay. I can hear it fine here. If I hear it fine here, I don't know where they can hear it fine where they're at. I don't know. Then I noticed that the thing was stuck at 56, 56. I'm like, so you know what? You're right. I'm just not gonna let them use it. That's it. I'm gonna end that. I would not worry about the moaners. I think some don't know how that exactly that's what happened. Some don't know how to use it and but also they don't appreciate something they can use for free. I have no time for them. Thank you. That's what I exactly. Bingo. You hit it on the head. Me, I don't have time for that either. But yeah, I'm gonna disable it. I'm gonna disable it. I'm gonna leave it on auto, and that's it. But I think that's what happened. I think what happened was I did not put the frequency range in the beginning. Because the first day I installed it, I did not. There's so many bells. It has quite a bit of. It has a few bells and whistles. So I did not put the frequency range, and I noticed people were going on medium wave. I'm like, what the hell? And then I tried it out for myself. Oh, you can go on medium wave too. Just put the, you know. But you're not gonna, people you couldn't hear anything. So I put the frequency range, and I turned down the bandwidth. You know, but I'm gonna turn it off and leave it on auto default. Or yeah, anyway, I'll do that because I think that's what that too. I think you're right. A lot of people don't know how to use it, and you know, yeah. Married DX. I had tune on yours well earlier today. Is that station 89 point? I mean 87.9 a pirate? I think it is a pirate 87. Which one is that one? Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember. It might be a pirate though. There is a. I think there's a pirate. I have to look at my. No, I think there is a station there too. I'm trying to remember the station. This is why I'm like I said. I'm still learning the. Because I'm picking up more stations now. There's some low power stations that I'm picking up. So your guess is as good as mine. It might not be a pirate actually. It might be a legal station. Yeah. Yeah, Taz, I'm looking forward to it. But now I'm thinking about if I should open it up. I'm looking forward to tuning Shortwave part of the band when you allow it. Well, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. And when I do allow it, it'll probably be in the fall. I'll probably hook it up. By then, I'm not gonna care whatever people, whatever. I may not, or I may not even have it online in the fall. I may just give it a break. I am planning to set up an SDR to share, but I'm looking into different things. I was looking, actually last night I was looking into it. I was looking at OpenWebRx, but that's Linux. There is a Linux distro you have to. Kiwi SDR. I don't have Kiwi SDR. It's out of my price range. I really don't want to buy one. I know they have a new one now, which is more expensive. I was hoping I get the older one, but I really don't want to buy one at this point. You know, I'll probably share this one. Why not? But I figured for now, I'm gonna leave it on FM because I want people to enjoy. And even me, I use it. I use it. I look at it here, and if I see something opening, I'll log in there. I'll log in there and I'll use it for now. And then I have my radio on top here, my Sony one. I need to come. I'm gonna bring my Q-Dosing over here, and that way I can use the whip and see if I can pick it up there too. I haven't done that either. I haven't even used the Q-Dosing, which I should be using. That one is pretty good too. So yeah. Let me see what else. Tasso, so when you see Queens, New York, yeah, I know that's you. You're the only one I see logged in at Queens. Queens. Usually if it's Queens, I know it's you. Oh, you're talking about my already. Yeah. I saw the at. Okay, never mind. Well, I know. Yeah. My already. If you see Queens, New York, that's probably him. Most likely, it is him. Onslaught MP. I have to roll back. Mine just did it automatically. The Windows 11. Because when I booted up, it didn't want to start properly. I even got the error, like an error. And I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on now? Why? Like it crashed. So they try to boot up again. And then I believe the third time, it says we're rolling back the I guess they're going back to the previous, and that's what it did. But it took forever. I think it was over an hour or so. I was letting him do his thing. And then finally, it booted. So, Tasso, got a break for dinner. I'll be lurking 73 chat. Take care, Tasso. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that, my radio. I'm just gonna, disable people from changing the bandwidth. Because some people were like, "Oh, it doesn't like the audio is not stereo." Like, oh my god, it's so annoying. Like, stop! Don't email me with this stuff. Seriously, stop it, people. I rarely emails, but don't email me. That's why I started this. Remember, people, I have a membership thing now, and I have the Legend package. If you want personal on phone or there you go. That's the price. There you go. The Legend package. You'll get my undivided attention. Then I'll be on the phone and I'll be like, can I help you, sir? No, I won't do that either. But at least I'll give you a little, I'll listen to you. A break. And the guy kept emailing me back and forth. And I'm looking at, can you stop? Like, seriously. Like, my God, there's like a million servers out there. Just go to the server. I'm complaining. Oh my God, so annoying. I mean, I'm trying to be courteous. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm like, why is this? Stop emailing me with this stuff, please. And I put my email because I only put it because I want people to find my social media. That's why I put it there for. It's not for your personal, complaint line. Jesus Christ. No matter what you do for people, there's always going to be a couple of complainers. That's it. No matter what. And I came this close to shutting it down 2 nights ago. I was going to shut it down because I was recording a video and some fucking idiot went in there. I'm going to call him an idiot because that's what they are now. Almost fucked up my video because they go in there tuning right away. Instead of waiting Wait a couple of minutes. If you see that, especially when you go in there, you can see a number. If it's one, that means you're the only one. If you see more than one, common sense. Wait. And if you don't see no activity, look at the chat. If the person's in the chat, then you ask. By that time, a couple of more minutes went by. Then you kind of know if the person's not tuning. Maybe the person just logged off. Don't go in there right away. Don't do that. Oh my God. Because that fucked up my video. I still got the video, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, I might do that next. But I want to say with the chat because I want people to have courtesy. Because I think what I'm going to do is when I use it for myself, I'm going to lock it. I'm going to lock it. That's it. I'm going to lock it for myself, and I'll use it for myself. Because there's a feature I can lock it. So when I'm on, I'm going to lock it. That's it. I'm going to lock it. Bing. And you're going to see a red dot. I was making a video, and some fucking idiot went in there and fucking, I swear he went in there. I'm recording a fucking video right here. I'm like this. I'm like, you don't see it's a fucking catch? Jesus Christ. Fuck. Sorry, I'm just. They almost fucked up I still got the video, but they almost fucked up my video. Lucky he was strong enough that it still came back. Jesus Christ. No matter what you do for people, I swear to God, sometimes just. Jeez. Sorry. Just. Now I'm venting. I'm venting now. All right, let me shut up. All right, that's I'm done with the topic. Where was I? No, but I'm definitely gonna do that, Mary DX. I'm definitely gonna lock the bandwidth, leave it on auto, because I don't. Email me. I can't switch it from mono to stereo. I don't know why they're not letting me. A lot of other services let me do that, but not this one. I don't know why. Can you fix that? Fuck. Jesus Christ. Maybe you listen to it at 56K. I don't know. Maybe you should try to put it up higher. Maybe it's a weak signal. I don't know. Ask Kim. I don't know. Well, I call him. Call him. He's waiting. He's like, the lines are standing by now. Phone operators are standing by. Give me a fucking break. Oh, hello, Radio Search. Greetings, my friend. I'm just venting. Oh my God, it's been a few days. It's been a few days since I've been on. I figure I'm gonna vent today. I mean, literally, they almost fucked up my video. Because I could see the corner of my eye. One person. Then it was two people. I'm like, okay, and I'm just recording the video. I'm trying to get a longer video. And then I saw three people. And I saw, I said, oh, fucking shit, man. And then they go on some stupid fucking local station just to listen to some fucking music. Like, bro, you don't see that that's a station that's not on there often. If you know I'm in Yonkers. I see WGBH. I saw it here. That's what prompted me to go on it. I can see it right here. When I see it here, I say, oh my God, that's a catch. And the person, whoever went in there, they don't have the common sense to see that. So I'm gonna lock it for now. When I'm using it, I think when I use it, I'm gonna lock it. I'm gonna lock it. I'm gonna just use it for 3 hours. Fuck. Right, Kim? Dictator. Server dictator. Mary Diaz said, yeah, that's why I asked you, because I know there's some active. Yeah, but I don't. I'm not. I'm still not familiar with. In my case, because again, like I said, oh my God, you put that. Yeah, dictator. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'm still getting familiar with some of these stations. That's the other thing. I'm I'm not the one to. I remember I'm not even the one to ask you, but I noticed it. But I gotta listen to it for a while to know if it's up. Obviously, for me, but that's not true though, because a couple of stations that I thought were pirates were not pirates. They just don't, like college stations. Some of them don't. I know one for sure that they did not. Top of the hour, they kept going through, playing music and music, and I'm waiting for a call sign. Nothing, nothing. And then finally, I heard a call sign, and it was a low. It was a college station. I'm trying to remember which, and it was down there, and I thought it was a pirate, or you know or a distant station. It turned out to be a local college station that I don't pick up that often, but I picked it up, and that's why there's a station on your tune that actually calls itself a pirate station. Yeah, I know there's one. You're talking about. I know which one. Yeah, that's a college station. You talking about? I think you're talking about. Yeah, but that's the mascot. WSOU, Seton Hall University. That's their mascot, the pirate. That's not that they're saying a pirate. Is that's their mascot? The team mascot is a pirate. Seton Hall Pirates. So yeah. WSOU, that's Seton Hall University, New Jersey. That's their mascot. They're from the Big East Conference. Seton Hall Pirates. So that explains that one. Yeah. They're not a pirate. It's just, people think it's a no. And they play rock and stuff like that. Yeah, that's their team mascot. It's the Pirates. Seton Hall Pirates. So yeah, that explains it. Yeah, because when I first tuned in and I heard that station and I was like Pirates. Oh, you talking about the college? Yeah, because I follow college basketball and all that, and Seton Hall Pirates. Yeah. Let me go back up here. I also removed it from the map when I want to use it for myself. I know if you lock it, I think if you lock it, oh yeah, there's a switch that yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah, there's also a switch if you want to make it non-public. So yeah, that too. Yeah, that's right. You can do that too. Or you can lock it. I believe if you lock it. But I believe if you lock it, it's online, but only I can use it. Right? Like I can tune it and people can connect to it and watch it, but they can't tune it. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to see. I'm learning all these things. Yeah, so if I lock it, uh, you know, I could just use it. I rather just lock it and use it. But yeah, you could do that too. Not having it sweat, but some people, what happens is some people say, "Oh, I copy your IP address," and I tell people don't do that because I'm gonna reboot the internet and that's it. The IP address is gone because this is a dynamic IP address. So the minute I reboot the server, I reboot the router. That's it. So rather just lock it. But somebody's gonna go in there and thinking, I got the IP address. No, but I think anyway, I think locking it because I've been to a few that locks because they had the red dot. That means they locked it. So I went to one last night. It was the red dot. I went in there and I just watched a couple of minutes, and it was just on that station. I even tried to change this, and it does not. It won't allow you. So I probably just lock it instead. But yeah, you could do that too, like you said, the way you do it. And I'm learning the server. I had a couple of people say, "Oh, but this plugin." I said, "Listen, I'm trying out all these plugins. Um, let me ask you anyway, since you're here, how you put a background image? I know it sounds very simple. There's an area where you put up. I try to do the URL, like image hosting. I try to do image hosting URL, and it didn't work. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go to the CSS file and do it that way. Okay, because I don't want to go to the CSS. I don't want to do the CSS thing because I don't want to ruin it. But anyway, I'll figure it out eventually. Because I tried using a path in there and that didn't work. I tried also remote image hosting. That didn't work. So the only thing I can do now is CSS. That means go into the CSS, and so I say, I'll leave it like that for now. I'm not gonna. But anyway, I tried these plugins. I tried the time one. Of course, I got it. It's a 24 o'clock. Of course, it's 24 o'clock. It's UTC. Can you make it to a 12-hour clock? No, I can't. So I just deleted it. Plus, it's kind of redundant. I tried the what's the other plugin? The ES alerts. The problem is that the ES alerts, we don't get nothing over here in North America. All I see is Europe, 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 Europe. I'm like, that's not gonna help me out. So I try to change. I changed it to North America. No alerts, no nothing. So what I do now is I just I'll go to another server. Not even the server on the FMDX website tells you. The FMDX web server tells you right there what's active. So I don't want to use up resource for that. So I said forget. So the basically the ones that I like is the live map, the spectrum. I was gonna put the power meter thing, but then I said I don't want to do all that. I thought about it. I said, you know what? It's fine the way it is. But I wanted to do a background image. But anyway, it's okay. No biggie. For now. Let me see who's on. Oh, last person was Jersey. Mosaic. Let me see. Yeah, so I also removed from the map. Yeah, because you could turn it off. That means it's not public. I could do that too, maybe. But I'll just lock it. If I lock it, I'll just use it. And then I'm probably gonna do that because I'm telling you, I was making that video and somebody went in there. Oh my god, I was so pissed off. I was just gonna run to the chat. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna give them benefit of the doubt, let it go. I still got my video. But next time I'm just gonna lock it. If I lock it, that means I'm in there. That's it. Because I'm only gonna lock it when I'm there using it. I'll do that. King in there says stinks when they almost ruin the. Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna let that happen. Yeah, because that's what happened. A couple of people kept going in there all day, all night, and they would be there all for hours, literally. And and people need to know this is not your own personal radio. Go in there, tune or whatever you want to DX. That's fine. Don't be there for an hour chit chatting because when I hear somebody complain about somebody hogging up the radio, I'm gonna ban them. That's it. They're gonna get banned. They know who they are, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Chicopee says, "Hello, Chicopee. I like the haircut. Yeah, my wife cut my hair today. I told her to cut my hair. My hair was clippers. Just cut it. I can't go to the barber shop because yeah, no, I don't mind people tune and sit there, but when somebody's there, that means you know what? That means that they want to listen, and that's when you have to say, you know what? Step aside. But now it's no not of traffic. I think the first day, what happened was I maybe it happened to you too. The first this is the closest one to New York City. The first day, I guess it blew up. Everybody was on it. You know, 5 people, 4 people. It was always 3 people. Always. Now it's settled down. Now it's settled down. It's settled down. You know. Now it's okay. The way it is now, it's fine. I think people police themselves and they notice the people that were like, okay, you need to like get off the server. I'll be there all day. You know, and I think now it's fine. Now it's fine. Because I monitor and I see I go in the chat and I see if anybody complains. And nobody complains. I say, okay, everything's good. Okay. The minute I hear somebody complaining, I saw that on the first day, the second day. But then it wasn't that bad. But I said, okay. So now it's fine. Plus, like I say, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna disable the bandwidth. I'm gonna leave it on auto all the time. That's it. That's because that's another thing. I had to factor in that in that some people don't know how to use the radio. They mess with the bandwidth and they leave it the way it is and leave it down at 56. The next person that comes in there, they don't know how to put the bandwidth on auto. They assume it's on 56, and then that's when I got the complaint. The audio quality wasn't that good, or you can't get it on stereo. So maybe that person doesn't know how to use the radio. I don't know. So I got to end that. I'm trying to give people like a good experience, like close to what I'm having here. But unfortunately, you can't. Because some people are just going to, I said it. Remember the other chat I said the other day? Before you leave, if you can't, put it back on auto. Don't leave it at 56 or whatever. Try to put it back on auto or something. But of course, but now I'm going to do what you said. I'm not going to leave it up to debate no more. So when this chat is over, I'm going to log in there and I'm going to flip the switch. Bloop, auto only. That's it. But the other, that's it. I don't want. I'm not going to try no other plugins. I think 256K is pretty good because I looked at a lot of servers. A lot of them are using 128. Some of them are using 192. So far it's been good. So I said, I'm going to bump it up to 256. So I'll leave it at 250. I think 256 is good. It's very good. That's very good audio. There's another one that's higher, it's 3 something. I don't want to go that high. I think 256 is more than 192 is good. So I said, I'll do 256. Because I have gigabit, so 256 is fine. Hopefully nobody notices any. I only had a couple of complaints about laggy or whatever. I don't know what the hell they're smoking or whatever the hell. But I got rid of all. I only have this two. I have 2 major plugins, and that's it. I tried different plugins, so that's it for me. the live map, and the record one. I took it off. That record thing. I just nobody's using it. So the time when I took it off because it's kind of redundant. And I have the weather one. The weather one I kept because people could see the local weather. Now I like that one too. The local weather's fine. So you can see the local weather here. And yeah. So that's fine. Mary, this yes, the Parkers, if they listen to a station on the tuner, then listen to it, listen to their stream. Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna come in here, listen to 97.1 or whatever, Power 90, Power 105, whatever, and just sit there and listen to it. Just go to the station. Go to the station stream and listen to it. I want this for the people that want to DX. Or, at first they're curious to see, let me see let me hear what's on the New York lineup. And then they can, because that too, because that's what I do. Every time I go to one of those and everybody else server, like the first time I went to Maverick DX server, I tuned the whole band. I said, man, let me hear why his line, his station. So I heard, okay, same BBC. And then I put the spectrum. And I noticed that he has, like gaps. Like you have a few power stations, but a lot of them are like, I guess low power or relays or whatever. Now, when you see my spectrum, it's crazy, right? It's like crowded. It's like, for example, like when I go to Australia server, they have nothing. Only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. And Australia, it was like nothing. It was like a handful. That's it. I believe it was like 5. So pretty interesting. The one I have one in South Africa, but I haven't seen them online. That one too is another one that I went a couple of times. That one only had a handful of stations. South Africa. Now here in the United States, we don't have none on the West Coast. That's nobody on the West Coast yet. I think the Oklahoma and Minnesota are the most westernly we have. That's it. Nothing west of that. Like I'm hoping somebody from Colorado, right? Like Denver or something. Maybe someone in Seattle could have one. Los Angeles. Nothing on the West Coast. Nothing. Yeah. Let me see what I'll do something here. Anyway, I'm looking into that radio too, man. Radio DX, the Deep Elect, but the price went up on it, I think. The Deep Elect 666. The reason why I want that one, or maybe the desktop one, maybe the desktop model, is because this one, of course, like I said, you might tell you the button thing broke. So I can no longer upgrade that one unless I open it up and figure it out. So that's why I want to get a second one. And that one, I know the Deep Elect has the button outside. It has it outside. Because this one, I want to leave this one online. I know you had the desktop one online, right? It was a desktop. I think you told me that the desktop one doesn't have the button, or you don't need, or I'm trying to remember what it was. It doesn't have a boot button, right? I think you told me that before. I'm trying to remember if that was the case. Because I want to get one that doesn't have the boot button inside the thing. I don't want that again. I don't want to get. I don't want to get another one of these. I want to get one that's either the 666. Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. Yeah, all right. Thank you. Desktop, no boot button needed for flashing. That's what I want. So then I might look into the desktop then. Because I could just take this one outside. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get the desktop and set that one up here, and then I'll use this one for outside. I still make this, and it's still portable to me. If the deep elect, plus you got me thinking about the deep elect too because of the case. Because Kevin O'Reilly made a review on it. I know Kevin O'Reilly made a review on the Deep Elect 666. I think he was not overly impressed with it. I don't know. I know he didn't like this one. He said that it was too noisy for him on shortwave. I didn't find that to be the problem. That's another thing that somebody told me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you. Again, it's not because of the money, but I noticed at first when I first connected to the online server, I was getting a squealing sound. But what I did, somebody said that maybe the screen is too bright. My screen was not bright. My screen was dim. It's weird. So what happened to me is I started messing with the brightness. I actually put the brightness all the way up, and I got rid of the squealing for me. So I don't hear the squealing on the online server now. I don't hear it on my end. I thought maybe it was local, but I didn't hear the squealing. Some people were complaining that it was, that was another complaint I got, that it was squealing, it was background noise, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. But then somebody mentioned that you should check the screen brightness or something. I don't know. Like maybe lower the brightness. I said, no, but my brightness was already lowered enough. So I did the opposite. I started tweaking. I still kept hearing the squealing. The minute I put it all the way, it went away. So some people complain about this radio that if the screen is too bright, you get noise. Maybe you got a bad radio, or I don't know. I noticed that with the SI 4732 also. I noticed that if you put the screen all the way bright, I think I'm medium wave. Not really on FM, but I heard the squealing on FM when I connected to it here locally. I did hear the squealing. Now I don't hear it that much. I thought maybe the squealing was because maybe I'm running the AC and it's going through there's no filtering in it. Maybe, I don't know. But I did I was messing with the brightness. I put it all the way and it went away. After, so I don't know. And this radio, I mean, to me, it works fine. The only issue I have with this radio is I broke the button. But otherwise, it works fine. And I did update it to the point that I can use the FMDX web server. Because for you to use FMDX web server, you have to have at least 2. Is it 2.0 higher or 2.11 or something? So this one at least has 2.11. So that was why I was able to use the web server. But I can't upgrade no more to what you guys. I know you guys got like 2.2 or something. So now in the future, if the FMDX web server again needs to be updated, I'm gonna be out of luck with this one. So that's another thing. And I really don't want to open it up. I mean, it works fine for me. But if it's for the FMDX web server in the future, then maybe whatever radio. I'm thinking maybe I'll just get what you got, the desktop. Because now you got me thinking about the 666, and I don't know if I want to get that one now. Because Kevin O'Reilly also mentioned about the case. It looks like a PCB, like a PCB board case. And I'm kind of thinking about it now. I'm like, I don't know if I want that one now. I'd rather just you know, 'cause it's like a PCB board. Plastic, it looks like. Let me see something. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna stand up. 1 hour and 25 minutes. Let me stand up. Let me elevate the desk. Remove the chair over here. Give me a minute. Let me stand up here. Let me make sure everything is on. Gotta go up slowly. Not to drag any cables down and everything. Let me lower this thing. Actually, I was cooling here because I was. That's just my wallpaper. That's just wallpaper, folks. That's the AI that I did. That's the AI that I did a few weeks back, maybe a month ago. So that's just the AI image that I made. Kim with a ham radio. The supreme leader. Supreme leader. I just remember, let me change it. Supreme food court. Yeah. Let me, let me see if the lights. I need to do some lighting here. I can't turn on this light because it's too much of a glare. So let's see. I think this one is fine. If I point it away, it doesn't hazy up the image. Hello, Luna. I have to call you Luna. All right, take care, TV Radio 972. Have a great weekend. 73. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be on tomorrow. I'm thinking about being on tomorrow, but I don't know yet. Plus, I need to fix something. I need to finalize this spot over here. I got all my radios here. I have a few more that I'm bringing down. I set up my I have my Yaesu FT818 down here now. I set that up. I have to anyway. I have a few more things. I really want to set up my SDR. That's what I want to do. I want to set up my SDR for I need to ask my ready the extra stuff right now. I'm gonna forget something. I'm gonna say I should have asked them. I know he has the ELAD, but I need to ask him anyway. I think I asked him enough. But I need to set up my SDR here. I want to set up my SDR for recording. I'm probably gonna do it with the AirSpy, and the AirSpy is the one I'm gonna use. AirSpy. Let me put the microphone. Okay, I can bring it up a little more. Bring it up a little more. Right there. Oh, it scared me. Did I pull the cord or something now? Temperature setting perfect. There you go. So far no audio issues right on the stream. Last week I had a breaking audio and all that. I think it's better today the streaming. But at some point I'm gonna get a fast. I need to get a better computer for this streaming over here. So I'm gonna look into that. Yep. Who's on it right now? I don't know what is it. That's weird. That it doesn't show who's on it, and it's still. That is weird. Yeah. So you see, I added more stuff here. I I need to put that over there though. But anyway, I just put a different decorator. I need to have it set up over here because I got my Zygu down there with the. I connected my little CW thing. But right now, all that is taking a back seat. FMDX thing is going on right now, so I'm enjoying it. To be honest, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I haven't got anything crazy, well, other than Jamaica. I haven't got. But again, it's like you guys in Europe get the better. You guys having a better season than over here so far. But I don't know because Michael got a few nice catches. That Tabernacle guy caught a few. He caught a Canadian one yesterday. Canadian FM station. So I think that's the next thing I'm gonna do. Even though I like this omnidirectional antenna. I mean, I did pick up, but I want to get something. Oh, okay. So yeah. So I got it. So I got into the hobby at the worst possible time. Because it hasn't been good. It wasn't good last year. Last year I didn't get anything. But now I got a couple of. I was like, okay, I'm getting better. So yeah, my ridiculous. Actually, this season has been rotten here. Worse, I can't remember. Okay, so then, because I'm wondering, it's like, man, why I'm not getting those? But yeah, because I'm coming from the world of medium wave DXC and all, and so now the FM band is all new to me. So I'm learning. I'm learning even because I don't. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Before this, I don't listen to FM. Be honest, I don't listen to FM. So this is new to me. Believe it or not, I don't listen to FM. I'm an AM guy. I'm an AM, medium wave guy. I listen to AM. So I'm learning. What the hell? I just hit this key by mistake. So I'm learning. I'm learning the FM, and I'm learning which frequencies that seem to be more open for possible, and I'm jotting them down. I'm like, okay, I know that. Okay, this station, this frequency, I got a better chance of getting. Especially like Michael said earlier. It's hard. It's hard for here in the tri-state area to get some good open frequencies because we have pirates and we have a lot of college. There's a lot of college stations. A lot of college stations too we have. This is New York. I'm right next to New York City. So when I get something, it's yeah. Kicking the ass. The last time I had Canada on East was on the 4th of July, Ontario and Saskatchewan. Okay. Oh, this 4th of July? You talking about this 4th of July that just passed? Or in the past? Oh, this 4th of July. Okay. Yeah, that guy, Tabernacle, the link that I put, yesterday he caught a Canadian one. It's Toronto. He caught one and he's New Jersey right here. So that means that I could have probably picked that up if I had it on 92. If I had it on 92.9, it was CHFI out of Toronto. That's what he picked up yesterday. So that's why I subscribe to this channel because he's Tabernacle in New Jersey. It's not a long way from here. So because I don't know if you do that, but I do that. Michael's channel too, since he's not far from me. When I watch what he picks up, because I'm new to this. I'm new to this, folks. I gauge on them. If they're picking up this, that means I could pick it up, right? That means that I have a chance to pick it up. So that's what I did. Like last night, I had it on 92.9 just to see if I could pick up that station. and no dice. I had no luck on that. But so same thing with Michael's channel. When I see Michael post something, I say, okay, this frequency. I got to check out those frequencies because we're right. He's right there in Clifton. He's right over the Hudson. It's not very far from me. He's literally right over the Hudson River. I'm in New York, Westchester County, Hudson River, New Jersey. Clifton, New Jersey is further south, but in a little bit. Actually, just further south, right over the bridge. The GW Bridge and Clifton is not far from there. I think it's in Passaic County or something. I can't remember. So he's not far from me. So when he picks up stuff, I have to pay attention to that. To say, okay, he's picking up this, so you don't want to tell me, okay, I need to be on a. He's like my alert. I don't know if that makes sense. He's my alert. So when he picks up something, I have to pay attention to that. And that's why, like Tasso, I know Tasso he's like me. I'm new to this. So he's the to me, T rating 972 is the one that I have to pay attention to. Because since he knows a lot more than I do about this. When he picks up something, I say, okay, I gotta try this, and that's what it's all about. I'm learning. Listen, I'm learning from you guys. Now, of course, you live in Arkansas, so yeah. But the one that I pay attention to right now is Michael because he's right not far from me. And now Tabernacle, the other his server. He has a server. But now I found this channel. So now I saw it. I said, oh my God, he picked up Toronto on 92.9 yesterday. So that tells me, okay, I got to pay attention. That means I might have a chance at a Canadian FM. But of course, his setup is a lot bigger than what I have. That's why I kind of have to pay attention more to Michael. Because Michael doesn't have a. That's another thing about Michael. Michael doesn't have a live setup. He just uses the whip. He uses the radio with the whip. That's it. He doesn't have an outdoor antenna. That's why. That's why I know if Michael's picking it up, I got a good chance. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I. He's like the reference. Like with the Jamaican station, he picked it up like a few hours before, and I said, "Oh my God, let me check this frequency." I had it on there. I had the frequency on there for a while, maybe a couple of hours, and then I keep hearing something. I came back to it later on. Boom, I heard it. The same thing he heard, radio from Jamaica and all that. I was like, "Oh my God," and listening, and it was playing for a while. That's what conditions were crazy. I was getting 6 meter. I was making 6 meter contacts in California on FT8. California. I got 6 meter contact. Arizona, I was getting 6 meter. California, California, I got heard. California, I got heard on 6 meters, but I didn't make a contact. Arizona was the first. Arizona was the farthest west contact I made on 6 meters. And of course, I had a whole bunch of southern states. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of southern states. I remember that. But Arizona was the one. That was the big one. I was like, oh my God, I got hurt in Arizona. And that day was crazy, right? That weekend, whatever it was. That's when I said, oh my God, let me pay attention. And then we got Jamaica. And I thought I heard another Jamaican station further down the dial. But I couldn't confirm it. It was another Jamaican station. It could have been Bahamian station, Bahama station. It could have been Bahamas. Because I believe Michael picked up Bahamas. I think he picked up, if I remember, he picked up Bahamas. Or somebody else that I saw, another channel that picked up the Bahamas. And I didn't know about Tabernacle. Now I call him Tabernacle because that's where he lives at Tabernacle. But Tabernacle picked up Bahamas. So I said, okay. So, but the antenna that he has is let me look it up real quick. Let me see if I can look it up over here. Let me see if he has a description of it. Oh, he's on. No, he doesn't have the antenna description here. Oh yeah, he also did diversity. So he called the Canadian station with. It's called diversity mode. What it is you have two antennas, and one of them is I guess they're pointing different directions or something. Because you only could do that with SPR Duo. I don't have the SDR. So that one you can do something called diversity. That means you have two antennas. I believe you could combine them or something. I forgot how that works. Don't quote me on that. I'm not familiar with that. I don't have the SDR. Anyway, it's something called diversity. And I think what you can do is you can null out one not frequency, one on the same frequency, but you could null out one. So that's what he was nulling out another station. I think it was WOGL or something. What is it? Yeah. His local station is WOGL. So diversity mode null out that station, and he was able to pick up the Canadian station. So I'm reading the description of his video on that. So diversity, you can do that. You can null out. So for example, I could null out a local station and then be able to pick up that one. But I don't have the SDR. That's SPR Duo. That's the one with the two antenna inputs, and you can use them both at the same time. That's the SDR. You can use them both at the same. See, this SDR, the RSPDS, you can't use them at the same time. You have to switch. But the SPR Duo, you can use both inputs at the same time. So like a combiner. I know. So you can do that. So that's how we got that Canadian station. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. Meredith and Annie, I managed to get a background image on my web server. I know how to do it. So how you do it? Anyway. It's probably gonna be anyway. I'll wait till you tell me what it is. I wanted to put an image on the I want to put like an image of the skyline. Like New York City skyline. I have a couple of New York City you know. I want to put like a background image of the New York City skyline. That way you know, oh, this is New York City. You know. Okay, let me get rid of Kim. I'm gonna change put something else. Let's see what image I can put in the background. I'll switch it to. Let me try the radio. Oh, okay, that's what I was. So I need to. Okay, so upload. Yes, I need to find one. Upload to, and I don't want to register to one. That's the thing, because there was one, but they wanted me to register. I don't want to register. I guess I have to register to use it. So upload to a host imaging website. That's what I tried, but I didn't register. So I guess it gave me the URL. It gave me a short URL, but it didn't work. So I'll try that. This time I'm gonna have to register. I'll just register. Which one do you use? Maybe I'll use the one that you use. Oh, okay. So get the image link, right click. Oh, so you hot linking. So you hot linking. Image BB. Okay, image BB. Let me do it over here. Image BB. IMGBB. Let me. IMGBB. Free image hosting. Let me see if that's the one. Okay. So did you create an account? Or you just went to stop uploading? Because it has an option to create an account. So you don't create an account. I think it's the one I used. Let me see. I'm going to try it now. Start uploading. Let me click on it. Now I can't remember which one I want to use. I'm just going to test it out. Well, I'm not going to do that because I have to reboot too. Anyway, let me just upload that. Okay. Let me just upload the box. I just want to see something. Auto delete image. Don't auto delete. Don't auto delete. Upload. So it gives me a link. So it gave me a link. So what I did is I used the link. But you say not to use the link, to go into the link. So let me see. So if I go into... Oh, wait a minute. They only have the codes. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't look at the other stuff. Let me see. I used my full link. Where's the link? Okay, I got the URL. All right, I got the full URL. All right. My mistake. I know what I did. I just put the link, the shortcut link, but it doesn't have PNG and all that stuff. I know what you did, but there's an option you roll down. Let me bring it up here. I'll bring the tab over here. Let me show you. You see? Oh, I can't show. Yeah. Anyway, it says upload complete. I know you can't see it from here, but anyway, there's a pull down menu. So when you, for example, embedded codes, by default is this one. Let me grab this over here and I'll show you. So by default is that one, right? The viewer link, blah, 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 blah. That's the one I put like a dummy. That's wrong. You don't use that one. So I had to use this one. You go here, you go to HTML full link, and then the URL is in there. That whole URL, image src, blah, 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 up to here. This is the link. Not this. The image file. Anyway, the image file. I gotta take the image file. Starting with the, after image source. I know what it is. I could try that. So in your case, okay, yeah. So your case is the HTTPS, blah 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 blah, ending with the PNG. There you go. So I got it. I got it now. I'm gonna do it tonight. So I had to pull down this menu. I didn't do that last time. I should have pulled it out right there. It gives you the whole URL of the image. So in my case, it's like this, like yours, HTTPS, IBB, IBB.co. But anyway, that's not even the image. The image is right here. After IMG source, right there, it's a long URL with the PNG. Because I have a long file name on that one. I got to need to. So I got it. I need to find the file. I just uploaded this one just to see it. But I have a Skyline one I want to use. I have a skyline image that I want to use. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. So thank you for figuring it out. Okay. So I have to put the exact URL image. That's what I got to do. Because it doesn't tell you that. It just says, so I'm thinking, okay, to put the, because I thought it was the local path. I thought it was the local path to my server. First I tried the other URL, didn't work. Then I tried the local path to my server, that didn't work. To host it here, but that didn't work. So I said, forget it. I said, okay, so now, so you got it. Okay, I'm gonna let me see yours anyway. Let me go check out your let me see. Let me just check out your page. Let me go Southampton Connect. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. I like that. That's cool. That looks nice. That looks nice. Nice. It's cool. I like it. I like it. Looks cool. The robin. It's a robin. There you go. That's my Rated DX's. So I'm gonna put mine. I want to look for. I'm thinking I was gonna do the. Oh, you took that one too. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, that's a nice one. I have one that I took of the skyline. I was on top of the Empire State Building. I have to find that one. That's the one. But that one is a night. It's a skyline, but it's from the Empire State Building. I took it. So I'm thinking about that one. I was thinking about the Yonkers Water Tower, like in my the Yonkers Water Tower, because that's more local to me though. Yonkers Water Tower, because Yonkers Water Tower is only a few blocks from me. It's about no, actually more than a few blocks. It's up that hill. I have a big water tower that says Yonkers, City of Yonkers. That's the one that has the repeater antennas and all that. And that one has a. Or I could put New York City skyline. One of those. I like, I just want people to see that it's New York City. Yeah, over here we have all that. Cardinals. My backyard, we have so many beautiful birds now. And this year I've been so busy with the indoor stuff, I haven't done anything out there for this. So I don't know. Because I want to get a bird cam. I want to get a camera for the birds. Maybe set up a live stream for that. Okay, this thing is like focusing. It's focusing too much. Okay, back. Yeah. So let me. Where's my mouse? Oh, my mouse. Okay, what's going on with the mouse? Okay, there you go. Sometimes my mouse pointer disappears. Okay, so I got it. I figured out. Thank you. Yeah, it ends with a file format like JPEG or PNG. Yeah, okay. So that's what I had to do. So in my case, I had to just the image hosting. There's a pull down. It says HTML, full HTML, whatever, and go in there. I could see the URL of the image, and take that, copy that, and put that in the thing. The actual URL of the image, and that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna get I want to get a nice image, but that looks nice though. I like it. I like that. I like that. See, when I see some of the background, I say, oh, that's cool. Cool. I want to put a background image. That looks nice. I still have. Well, we still have it. Nikon D5100. D5100. I need to take that with me when we go to because I think next week we're gonna go. Next week we're gonna take our son down to the city. We're gonna go to that building. I think it's in not the Freedom Tower. We might go to the Freedom Tower later. I forgot what building. Tasso, you probably know the building. The building that has a glass thing sticking out, and it has a glass floor, and you outside, and there's a glass wall. with the glass floor is up there. I forgot the name of the building. Is it on Rockefeller Center or something? Somewhere around there. I need to look at that. That's when we're gonna go there. So we're gonna go there. So I'm gonna yeah, it literally is a glass floor. It sticks out of the building. They added that a few years ago. A lot of people go up there. So we're gonna go there too. So my wife is gonna take the week off next week, and we're gonna take my son to the city. If you, we might go to the wax museum and things like that. We're gonna take our son downtown a few times. So the train video that I made, that thing got over about 300 views now. The train ride. I was on the window, the Metro North train ride. I got about 300 views already. I think about 300. Let me see. Danny Rail fan. Let me see how many. Let me see how many. Danny Rail fan. Let me see how many. Oh, 252.
You need to meet surging content demands without compromising your business or your brand.
Let me mute that. So that was the. So when I go back to the city, I'm gonna make another video. The real. But this time I'm gonna sit on the other side and I would like to get to the front cart, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. Yeah. Yeah, so we over here waiting for this train. And then I got on the train, and then I couldn't get a seat because it was full. So anyway, that's the Yonkers station. This is on Danny Rail fan. Now I got the seat. Now I'm recording on I have it on the window. So it's like a 30-minute video. So right now I got about 250 views. I got a few of them there. I got the one that I came from when I came from Florida on the auto train from Florida to Virginia. I made a video. It's 3 hours, 3 hour long video. That video got over. It's about 2,000 views now. So I make these videos. I'm a railroad guy too. Obviously I love railroad. So. Let me read over here. The bottom monitor. No, that's his channel. That's I put the link. That's the one you sub to. Tabernacle. Yeah, Tabernacle. I just paused it. That's the one where he called yesterday. He called a Canadian FM station. So that's the video. The FM 92.9 CHFI out of Toronto. He caught that day before yesterday. He posted it yesterday. Yeah. So the link is in the chat. Let me go back up here. So thank you for that. Now I can put a background image on mine. I want to put a background image. Yeah, it is a beautiful bird. Yeah. Keegan DX or my old QTH 2024 final year season ski e-skip events on January 21, 23, 25, 26, May 8, 16, 17, June 3rd, 12, 14, 16 through 19. Yeah, that's a lot. Cool. Now I'm back at Danny's on Q1043. Yeah. Oh, you left me a message. Okay, good evening. Oh, there you go. That's all. That's what. So I see 104.1 right now. Yeah. So am I ready to say he took the photo? Yeah, it's a nice photo. Do you have a particular camera that you use? Like, do you have a DSLR? We still have the D5100, the Nikon. I still like it, and we have the 300 millimeter lens. It's still a great camera. For video, it's kind of it only goes up to 1080p. But for pictures, it's beautiful. It's awesome camera. It's still a great camera. So that's what we have. We have the Nikon D5100. We have it for a few years now. It's a nice camera. 300 millimeter lens. It's pretty good. Of course, now these phones now they're crazy. All these new phones now is crazy what they can take now. And that one, look, you zoomed in, right? You zoomed in, right? Because the bird is right there. That was right there. Oh, sorry, that's still the video playing. But the bird is right there. So you zoomed in, I think, right? Yeah, the Yonkers water tower. That's what I'm thinking about using that one. Or the waterfront. The Yonkers waterfront too. Because over here in the Yonkers, we do have a science museum. It's by the river. It's actually a barge, a science barge. We do have a science museum here. It's actually a barge. It's on the it's docked. So we have that. There's also a restaurant there. Of course, you got that picture's from. Of course, you're in the middle of the Hudson, looking into Yonkers. You see the kind of skyline, and you can see that big waterfront thing, and it says Yonkers. So I was thinking about doing that. Oh, I was actually going to do New York City because all the stations are in New York City anyway. So I figured that way people say, "Oh, look, New York City." Yeah, I do like the skyline too. I have especially like when I went on the Circle Line. That's a nice view. When you go on the Circle Line, that's a nice view of the skyline when you're leaving. I remember when we took the Circle Line. It's right next to the Intrepid, the Circle Line. So when you take the Circle Line, it goes all around Manhattan. It's a 3-hour boat ride. But when it leaves the dock, I forgot what pier that is. The number I can't remember off the top of my head. That boat when it goes down to the southern tip of Manhattan. That's one of the best views to take pictures. Especially when it gets to like near the Statue of Liberty, and it does that, it goes around. That's the best view because you see buildings all, and you see like in the front you'll see the Freedom Tower and all the tall buildings, and then in the background you'll see the Empire State Building. That's a nice view. I want to do that. I want to next time we go on that boat, we're gonna take them. I want to do that. I want to take a bite, and then I'll use that one. That's the one I want to take. The shot of that one. Of course, the Empire, not the Statue of Liberty is a nice shot too. We went by it. It was very close. We were very close to it. We took it. All these years I've never been on Liberty Island. I never went to Liberty Island. Never been to Liberty Island. I would like to go there once. I know when I was a kid, I could have went on a school trip, but I didn't go that day. And back in by the way, back in the 70s, when I was young, you were able to climb up there. Inside you could go all the way up to the torch. Now that's closed. All of that's closed. All that is closed now. I think even the crown, you can go up to the crown, I think. I think there was a stairs that you go up to a certain part. Anyway, they closed all that. Now I think you only can go up to, I don't even know if you can go in there now. I think that's closed now. I think you only could be outside. But there was a time that you could go inside the statue. No, about recording FM, but it's okay. I don't know if have you done that in the past, like set it up to recording FM. You know how you auto record on medium wave? Because I don't remember if you ever auto record on FM. How much of the band? Is it like I know it's not all I obviously it's not all the band. Is it like 10 megahertz of it only or I'm trying to I know I think the AirSpy can only do up to 10. I remember. I think the AirSpy, I don't know if I could do only 10 or up to 10 or 8. I think that's that. Yeah, it's just small. It's not the whole band. It's a small. Well, it's not a small portion. It's a couple. That's a few stations. I think it's 10. Probably like 10, right? 10 megahertz. I think that's the most. I think if I remember, that's the most I seen. Is 10. So okay, let me see what you okay. For example, ELAD, I can do 87.5 to 92. And then the ELAD 3, you can do the whole wow, the whole band? Yeah, but that's big. Whole band, wow. You know how much, you know how many, oh my God, you know how much storage? You know how much storage you need for that? But the thing is the storage, because I remember trying recording FM. I think it might have been maybe 8 megahertz. 8 megahertz. And they were big. The files were huge. They were big files. I feel weird the train running in the back. All right, let me stop that video. All right. I'll stop. Yeah, so I need to look into it. 96.5. Okay, but that's so 92 to 96. Yeah, yeah, I won't be able to do it here because this one is only 256 gigabyte NVMe. I will have to put an external because I would gobble it up fast. So maybe I'll use this computer, the one that's serving. I'll probably use this computer to set up recording. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that then. I'm probably gonna use an AirSpy then. Maybe not. Maybe I can use. I can even use the old RSP1. RSP1. Interesting. I have the RSP1. I can use that for FM. For FM, I can use that too. I have to look into which one. Yeah, I want to record like I have to see which it's probably definitely gonna be in the yeah, okay, it's good to know. Yeah, I want to look into that. I want to see if I could because when I'm not I'm not using it, I could just take this right now. I'm splitting it, right? I have these two, but I could split this one and put it down to my SDR, and then I could record. I want to try it. So interesting. Yeah, because now that I have it running 24/7, I might as well use it also for my SDR. That way, I not only I'm serving this thing, it's not going to waste. I could actually record some SDR stuff and then see if I cha-ching, cha-ching. I gotta fly in here, man. I gotta fly in here now. What the hell, man? He got in here knowing flying. Now he's gonna probably find the screen. He's right there. He's flying around over there. Let me see. I'm skipping all these chats. Sorry. So I saw Northern Cardinal while in New Jersey this past weekend, and I posted a video on my channel. Okay, I gotta check it out. Beautiful trip. I also recorded with the phone zoomed and all the way. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my phone could zoom pretty good. My wife's phone is actually better. She has 8K. She has 8K. Oh my god, her phone is 8K. This one can do 4K. I have the Samsung A71 5G. It's older phone, but it's still pretty good. And she has the a lot of people buy the S1, like the S whatever number. The A series is the same thing. It's just you get less. I forgot what it is. It's not that much difference. So like the one that I have, A71 is like the equivalent at that time to the S. I forgot what model they're up to now. The other thing is, I think also I think the S1 is metal, and the one we have is plastic case or something like that. Like things like that, if I remember. So when you're buying a Samsung, if you don't care about the metal case, I believe it has to do with the metal case or something. And when we're talking about a few $100 difference, get the A series one. It's the same thing in sizes, same chips and everything, same phone, except I think it's a casing and one other thing. I forgot what it is, and a couple of little glitches or features, whatever. I didn't know that. She looked up all that stuff, and I was like, man, on my phone right now, it's a good phone. It's still good. I done 4K videos on it. I put some on, and if I like when YouTube does the 4K branding on it. Now I'm excited. But imagine 8K. So when I do it on the phone, it's 4K. I upload it. I upload it right there, 4K. If I run it through my movie maker, it downgrades it because I only use the free movie maker. That's it. I don't have no commercial version of whatever. So I try to record on my phone and upload it directly to YouTube. But that's slow as hell because 4K videos get big fast, and to upload it on Wi-Fi, it takes a few minutes. If it's like a 10-minute video, then that takes forever. It could take even on Wi-Fi, it could take up to like 30 minutes. It's really crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that video too. Skipping down here. Keegan DX. I have videos of Arkansas, Missouri Railroad crossing in Fayetteville, Arkansas on occasion in 2020. Okay. Yeah. Let me skip all that. I already answered that. Yeah, maybe the Yonkers Water Tower, maybe. I read all this. Yeah, so I can take a lot of space, use an external. Yeah, I'm married to the I'm probably gonna use an external. Gonna have to get an external. So I'll look into that. I'm gonna replay the stream, see if this one was better. The stream that I did last time on this computer was not that good. It was audio choppy, but right now it looks like nobody said my audio has been cutting out or anything. So maybe it's just maybe I had that connection. Yeah. Oh, hello, Elmer Time. I hope you're doing well. I can really go for a greasy cheeseburger right now. I ate fish. I ate swordfish earlier. I was working outside today. I had to do some weed whacking. I was getting some weeds in front of the sidewalk and all that. So I cleaned all that up. It was hot. I got a little tan. And so it's some swordfish, some white rice, and some Goya beans, kidney beans. Very delicious. And oh, the fly. He put the fly. Let's see if it works this time as it did for Keegan. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, you're talking about the fly. Yeah. Last time you post. No, but it was on this screen. You posted the Keegan posted a fly on the chat here. And the image of the fly, I guess the fly flew right into it, and I whacked him right there. Bam! I got him. That's what happened. No, but these are two separate computers. Yeah, two separate computers. Now, this one, you see how I'm loading videos like crazy. It doesn't matter. So now this one is streaming only. So if you don't even put the, unless he flies over here, but he's not flying. He's flying behind. He's over there. Oh, he's over there by the light. I just saw him. He's in the closet. Oh my God, the light's so bright. It blinded me. So he's over there right now. He just flew right over there in the closet. Yeah, he flew over here because I guess he thought, oh, I'm gonna hook up with that fly. And bam, I got him. Yeah. Tasso, do you use a local account on Windows? I don't understand what you mean by local account on Windows. Oh, you mean like when I log into Windows? Yeah, I don't use that. I know. I don't know if you're talking about, like, for example, like Windows 11. They want you to use link to your Hotmail when you log in with your. No, I don't do that. I do local count. Yeah, I do local count. I don't do none of that Hotmail because I don't want them to, because I don't run no OneDrive. I don't want all that nonsense. I don't want to run all that. Yeah, I have a Microsoft account. I don't even use it. So yes, they want me to log in with. I don't do that. I don't care about all that. I just skip. I always do skip. Local. I mean, the only good thing about it was when I played around with it years ago. What happened? It imports all your stuff to this computer and the same desktop, but I don't like that. I got this computer here was the first one that I did that. And then when I logged in this computer and I used the Hotmail credential, because mine is Hotmail. Then I put everything over here, and I didn't like that. I said, no. I don't want that. So, like this one, I want to keep it background with its own thing. This one's own back, but I didn't like that. It put everything in here the same background. And I don't want everything the same. And I don't want that. Because, like, for example, in this case, perfect example, in this case, I don't want this one to have all my passwords. Right? Because this one is the one that's not secure. Right now, I don't want this one to have all my passwords. Obviously, this is a server. I remember the Exa, right? I had to disable this one. I had to disable it. I had to disable the firewall because it kept blocking the port. So this one, I do the port forwarding to this one. This one, nothing is in there that I don't log in for this one for nothing. There's nothing in there that needs to be logged in. Only the web server. That's it. That's the only thing that's in here, web server. There's some old, there's an old FTA setup in here, FTA, but I'm not gonna use that no more. WSJCX, I don't use that one no more. This is my FTA computer. This one. This is the one I had upstairs for FTA. This one I don't use it no more for FTA. Yeah, I had to disable it. So I disabled it. Oh, it's flying right here right now. The fly is right there. It's right there. Now let me get my son of a bitch. Be right there. No, I don't. This one is Windows 10. That's Windows 11. This is Windows 11 that I This one is original Windows. This one was already Windows 11, the Lenovo. But this one was a Windows 10, and I upgraded. You know what I mean? I did the free, And this one is Windows 10, but this one I'm gonna have to upgrade it. I gotta upgrade this one soon. So yeah, I know I'm getting invaded all these flies. All these flies are popping up on my screen now. He flies by. He flies by. I'm gonna go. He come right here. I'm gonna whack him. Gonna get whacked. Yeah, so I don't want that because I don't want this one to have any of my Oh, he just buzzed by. He just buzzed by. I don't know what's with the fly, but I guess because summertime they annoying. I think he saw that now that he's buzzing by. He said, "Oh, let me see who I can hook up with." Now keep putting flies in. He's flying. He flew right over. He just zoomed by. He just zoomed by and he went over there. He zoomed. He did like supersonic. He did like Mach 2. A little jet engine. You didn't see it? It was just a. I got here excited with all these flies. Oh my God. All right, let me keep reading. I'm sorry. I'm getting down to the. Oh yeah, I'm already there. Thank you. By the way, I know I said in another video, but your new check, yeah, I was getting there. I hope this. I put this up here. I got radios here. Oh, Tasso, this is the radio I was telling you about. I'm gonna bring it over here. So this is the Insignia. It's an HD radio. It's a portable. So you got 2 speakers. So this is FM only. So if you look on eBay, you can probably get this for about $30. But it's FM only. All right, so you got a nice whip antenna here. It takes I forgot how many triple. I think it's 4 AAA batteries. Yeah, 4 AAA batteries. It also comes with a plug. I have the plug for this. So it's a DC plug. So it's 4 AAA batteries. That's the headphone jack right there. I mean, no. Auxiliary. So you can use this as a speaker. Yeah, okay. It's 2 speakers. Look, I don't know if you can see it. You see, you can barely see it's 2 speakers. So this is Insignia. This is HD radio, RDS HD. It has no. I don't have the batteries in there, but I brought it down from upstairs. It's right. I put it right. I paid about $28, I think, when I bought this on eBay or something. So it's FM only though. There's no AM. FM only got a nice display. It's blue. Blue. I wrapped up the cord. I should have. Anyway, if you look it up. So this is the Insignia HD radio. So Insignia is from Best Buy. That's their branded radio. Okay. So if you look around, you could probably get this around under $30. Yeah, I had the video on it. I made a band. I did a video, Indiana band scan with this radio. Band scan. I did an FM band scan with this radio. Okay. But if you want to get this is the cheapest. This is the cheapest HD radio portable you're gonna get. You can, if you shop around, you can get this for under $30. I got mine for under $30. They're still around. They don't make them no more, but you know, you can still. I see them all over eBay. Yeah, so this one is FM only. Okay, and then all the buttons are right there. So all the buttons it has. So it has HD Seek. If you only want to scan for HD stations, it has an HD Seek. And the scanning buttons are there. Yeah, I'm telling you, for under $30, if you look around, go on eBay. If you look around, if you can get this for around $30 or under, that's a good price. That's why I seen these at. When I bought mine, I think I paid maybe total $28, shipping and everything. It's a nice little radio. It has 2 speakers. It sounds very nice. Yeah, it has nice display. It has every display. The only thing I noticed that it doesn't display is the pi code. It just does the text. No pi code. And of course, if it's HD, you get the HD logo and all that. It does scroll the text. It scrolls the text, then it tells you the station, the frequency, of course. Also, I remember Indiana. I told you about the lawyers that kept with the ads. This was the radio that I was using in Indiana, and I kept scrolling the ads by Isaac and Isaac Law Firm. So you know, it's just the pi code. It does not display the pi code. But everything else is fine. It displays everything else, but not the pi code. It's blue. It's blue with the white lettering, like the HD receiver on the Sanjian. So right, and you see it's dark, but it's blue. It's gonna be blue. Okay. And I'm telling you, this is the cheapest. If you want to get HD portable and you don't want to break the bank, this is the cheapest HD portable you can get. Is this model? This is the model. And then the next one is the Sanjian. The one that keep on the Sanjian, that's the other one. But this is the cheapest HD radio you can buy. Portable. All right, so it's called the Insignia. I think it's NS. I think it's the Insignia NS. Let me see the model number. I'll tell you right now. If you could, you can see it. Right there. That's the model number. NS HD Rad 2. Tabletop HD radio. So this is that, but they call this the tabletop, but it's because it doesn't have a handle. It doesn't have a handle. That's why it doesn't have a handle though. But it's portable. It doesn't have a handle. All right, take care, my DX, and thank you for all the help you've given me today. I really appreciate all the input. I'm definitely going to take your advice on the setup on the server. I'm going to do that later on tonight. But I appreciate it, and thank you, my friend. And you have a good night, and enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend, my friend. I'm not going to be on too long anyway. I'm going to be on maybe another 20 minutes. But I'm not going to be on too long. I've been on for 2 hours and 28 now. So yeah. So yeah. I'm going to be on for a little bit more. I'm going to talk about a couple of more things. But yeah, But yeah, this is the cheapest HD radio that you can buy. That's portable. Or any HD radio is this one right here. Okay, so if you want to go to the, because you say you don't have any, right? You don't have HD radio, so if you don't want to, I would get this one. And then if you want to get the Sanjian, get the Sanjian. The problem with the Sanjian is that's somebody blowing up fireworks outside. Somebody blasting fireworks. The Sanjian though, the price fluctuates on that one. I seen that one $75 and up. But this one, if you look around, you can probably get it under, maybe $30, $40. And it's FM only though. It's not HD. I mean, it's HD RDS. I'm sorry. FM only though. There's no AM band. It's just FM band. That's it. That's it. All right. And by the way, the headphone jack is over here. That's the headphone jack. Okay. That's auxiliary. So if you want to use this as a speaker, as a power speaker, you can. The audio on this radio is pretty good. It has great audio. I gotta say it for this radio. All right. And it takes 4 AA batteries. 4 AA batteries, but it has an AC plug that comes with it. Mine came with an AC plug. AC plug. I think it's 5.7 volt AC plug. It's a small AC plug. So that was my first. Actually, that was my first HD radio. That one, and then later on, I bought the Sangean receiver, the tuner. Excuse me, the tuner. And then this is my third one. So that was my first one, then the Sangean, and then the Sony. So this is my third one, the Sony. So I have 3 of them now. But that's my portable. That's the only portable that that's a portable. So, all right, take care, Keegan. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great night. Yeah, the HDR 14. That one I could have got one for about. I saw one. Somebody was selling it for like $30 $38, and I waited. I came back like the next day. It was gone. Somebody snatched it. That one, I see it. If you can get that one for $50+, that's a good deal. But that one lately, I seen it for over $75 or something. I'm okay with it. I'm happy with this one. Plus, I have this one here, but that's my portable. That's the one when I go on a trip, I take that one, obviously. Because I did an AC band scan in Indiana with that one. And it did pretty good with the whip. It has a long whip antenna. It did a good job. So I need to have that one here and leave it on, see if I can get the FMDX with that one. I wonder how sensitive that one is. FMDX. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to read all this fly stuff. There's a lot of flies in here. But yeah. All right, so let me skip all this. So Tyson said, I don't mind if it doesn't have AM. Yeah, you got plenty of radios that do AM pretty good, if not better. But yeah, FM HD. If your first radio, I would just get that one. Try to get a good price on it, and then later on, if you like it, because that's another thing. Maybe you might not like HD, and you don't want to break the bank and get something, Because I got that one. Because I know it was under $30 when I bought mine. I bought mine. I think it was 2020. I bought mine around 2020, I believe. I remember it was a 2020. I had it for about 5 years now, at least. And I got it from eBay. I bought it from eBay. Michael had the same radio, he said, but his went dead. His radio just gave up on him. But mine's been working all these years. It works fine. I brought it down yesterday and I plugged it in and it works. I tuned a little bit and I said, okay. Because I left the batteries in that one. And lucky the batteries didn't. I left Energizer batteries in there all this time and it didn't like blew up. So I was like, okay. Anyway, I threw away the batteries. It has no batteries in there. I plugged it in and it worked fine. I was like, when I first turned it on with the batteries in it didn't want to turn on. I was like, oh man. Then I said, oh, probably the batteries are dead. So I took out the batteries, I threw it out. I plugged it in. I plugged it in and it worked fine. So it's working. It's just the batteries. I left the batteries in there and I didn't know. I left the batteries in there. And I left the Energizer ones, which is kind of like the worst one sleep. The reducers. They didn't, and nothing, none of them leaked or anything. So it was probably like that since last summer. That's when I used that radio last time. It was last summer. Oh yeah, last summer I did that's right. I did another video, I think, of that one outside. I think I did a band scan of that one outside. I think, if I remember. Here, a local one. I'm trying to remember if I did. But yeah, if you shop around, you could probably get a good price for it. Because I seen those. I seen quite a few of them on eBay. I seen quite a few of them. Yeah, it sounds like a good deal. It is a good deal if you can get one for a good price. Yeah, because yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it does pick up in the HD stations. I did pick them up. And you know, it shows that the only thing the only thing it don't show, if I remember, was the pi code. Matter of fact, let me see if let me look for the video. I remember I look for the video here. Let me look for the video here, and I'll show you how it looks. Let me go to my channel. Let me search for it. Let me just search for it. So that's in insignia. It's insignia. I pronounce it like that. That's how you spell it. Yeah. So I did a band scan of So I bought that 7 years ago, actually, not 5. I saw 7 years I had that radio. And I paid $24. I'm looking at the description. So I paid $24 on eBay for that one. I got it for 24. So you could get it. You could. I've seen them in a $30 range and so on if you look around. Anyway, the band scan is right here, Indianapolis. So you see how it looks. I know the lighting was awful. So you see the station, then it says HD1, and then it scrolls. They got the HD light right there, the HD logo. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's just the pi code. You're not gonna see there's no pi code. Okay. So right now I'm tuning. That was in Indiana. So let me put the audio. I don't want to get hit with a strike button. See, two speakers. Okay, I'm gonna mute it. So I'm gonna get her copyright. So yeah, the audio is nice. It's a very nice audio. So you got the two speakers. Okay. So I bought this one I bought it for $24. So you know, let me go on eBay. Let me see. See how it looks? You got the HD3. If it's stereo, it lights up over here. That's a regular FM. It's like that. HD right here. This is the signal meter. You got the bars. You got the bars. And you got text over here. Let me go further down. Let me see. Let me see what happens. Come on, load. Oh boy, I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. Anyway, there you go. You see, it says Isaacs and Isaac. There's an ad. Let me pause it. Let me pause it. Let me make it big. This thing is slow now. What's going on right now? Let me show you. Sorry. So that's what I was getting the ads of the lawyers. See, that's the lawyer ad right there. Isaacs and Isaacs. Injury lawyer. See, Isaacs and Isaac injury. It was scrolling a lot. So that's the way it looks when you get the HD. If it's FM stereo only, then you get the FM here and you get the stereo. And you don't get this. So it's nice display. You know, for a radio that's under $30, it delivers. Has nice audio. FM only, and so I will look into this one, and then you go on eBay. Let me see eBay. Let me close a couple of things. Let me close a whole bunch of tabs here. I want to close some tabs. eBay. eBay. Let me see eBay. And see, yeah. HD rated. There you go. So 36 right there. 35. They also make a tuner. They also make a tuner, and they make another radio. But I like the portable. No. So let me sort by price. Let me see. So this one is 28.50, $9, $9.95 shipping. Let me show you. With the adapter. And then that one is forget about that one. That one is just parts. Forget about that. This one is $36.99. So that's the best price, I think, that one. That's the best price with the adapter. So you get it with the adapter. And then that one is $42 with the box and everything. All right. They have that anyway. That's not HD. Forget about that one. That yellow one is. Anyway, so there you go. 1, 2, 3. Forget about that one. And then let me see. That's another one, 35 right there. All right. They also make a tuner, but they also have a tuner. But I have the Sanjian one, and I have that one. So, unless I get one. But I heard there's a Sanjian. It's the same thing. I heard that's a rebranded Sanjian. So that's why I don't bother with that. That's a tuner. But yeah, the radio, again, with the power cord. Okay, so you're looking about You're looking around $36, $40 total with taxes. And now the HDT, the HDT 14, that's like $75. I think. I remember now. Not even $50. You're gonna get that one now. The Sanjian. Let me see. Let me check. Let me see the price on the Sanjian. Let me see. This was a HDR 14, right? Let me see the Sanjian. Sanjian. HDR 14. So that one is for parts only. 35. But that means there's something wrong with it. You don't want that one. What the hell? Oh, I meant to click over here. Sorry. Yeah, so let me see. So Sanjian, HDR 14. Yeah, they're not selling any right now. They're all gone. They're all gone. Yeah, they're all gone on eBay. They're all gone. So not one HDR 14 is on eBay right now. The HDR 16 is this one. That's the boom box. That's the 16. That's the boom box. I saw one for $60. I should have picked it up when I did. I didn't buy it. So this one is $75. You know, $85. That's not bad, pre-owned. But you can get a new for $100. I think 109. If you shop around, you get a brand new. So if you want to go to that route, then I would just get the brand new one. You spend $100 and get the brand new one. I wouldn't want to spend $80 on this one when I get a brand new 100. $20 more, I'd rather get the brand new one. I think the brand new one you get it for. I know Michael T-Rated 972. He paid I think $109 for his. If I remember, 109. I think that's the way you what it is. 109. I remember. So. Okay. But yeah, the insignia, you're looking at around $40. You want to get the insignia. I like the insignia. I like the sound and everything, And the Sanjin is nice too. It's nice. And that's we're talking about boombox. That's like a boombox. And that's the boombox one. I saw one for $65. I should have snatched it when I think I would like to get that one too at some point. But I'm happy with that, and I have this one here, my Sony one I like. So, Sanjian. Yeah. This one is $84.99. So this one's $84.99. That's a Sanjian. See the display? It's not much better than that one. Because this one also, I believe there's no pi code. If I remember this one, I don't remember. I know Michael has this one. But I think this one doesn't display the pi code either. So, let's see how this one. And by the way, this one, there's no bandwidth setting. It's just wide. And of course, these don't have external antenna input. That's the other thing. I have the why do you want a boombox? That's kind of was a stereo speakers. So, I don't know. I have a couple of boomboxes there. I collect them, and I don't collect them, but they sound better. Especially when you listen to HD FM, right? Stereo, FM stereo, and HD. So it makes sense to. That's why that little HD radio is two speakers, because HD, obviously, you want stereo. You want stereo for HD, right? It's enhanced HD. So, and that's the reason why I want it. Now, of course, I have the older Grundig that I picked up. That one, the cassette doesn't work, but people collect them. Everybody has their own reason. So, if you don't, you might not collect them, but other people do collect them and things like that. So there you go. Yeah, so Matasso, if you're looking for HD radio and you want the this type one, because I have the one with the I have the one that's not HD. I have the PRD12. And that one is stereo like this one. It has RDS but no HD. So it's no HD. Okay, that's the one I have, and that one I think I got it for about $60. It's a little smaller. That one is a little smaller. It does not have the handle. This one is a little bigger. This one does have the handle. So the one that I have there does not have the handle. It's a little smaller. But they sound real nice. I mean, this one, the audio quality is very good. I can tell you, because the one I have, even though it's not HD, is very good audio quality. And by the way, this has AM also. This also has AM. So this one is AM and FM. And another reason why this radio is very good is a very good medium wave DX too. This one, like the one I have, has a 200 millimeter ferrite inside the radio. Live hard rock crew, better sound. Is that really possible considering current tech? You're talking 40 years. I don't know. Yeah, to each his own, bro. I don't know what's your point. If your point is to be, if your point is to be like a dick in here, then you're succeeding very. You know, I don't know what's your point. If you don't like what I'm talking about, then leave. You know, that's all there is to it. You don't have to agree with me, but don't come in here trying to be all smart ass. Come in here, first of all, come in here and say hello. Again, when you come in this chat, at least come in here and say hello, how you doing? Before you start, you know, before you start being a Debbie Downer. You know, this is a radio-related show. Obviously, you don't like radio. You know, no, if you're asking, well, you know, you're coming off as a dick, to be honest. You know, that's the way you're coming off. You come in here, you don't even say hello to people. Everybody in this chat says hello to each other and all that. You come in here, you know, like questioning what I'm saying. You know, if you don't like their content, then go somewhere else. That's it. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. I'm trying to explain the other kid. You know, he's looking into buying an HD radio, and I'm talking to him. And we passed the 2-hour mark, so right now it doesn't matter. You come in here, you act like, you know, well, why would you want a boombox? Why would you want this? Why would you want that? You know, everybody has reasons to collect radios. I have over 100 radios. I collect them for different reasons. You know, a lot of it is nostalgia. Yeah, 40 years past, whatever it is. It's nostalgia. You know, people collect old stuff. People collect old watches. People collect old Jordan shoes. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Holy shit. Moving on. So anyway, Tasso, you'll look into this one if you want a HD radio. This one is very loud. This one I can tell you is loud because the one I have is the same thing. It's very loud. And this one also has AM. It has AM digital, which we don't have AM digital in New York area anymore. But if there's still AM digital signals out there, this one can also, I believe, pick it up. If I remember, I think mine also. I know my Sanjian tuner has AM digital. I'm trying to remember the radio has AM digital. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if it does. But I think all the Sanjians can do it. Yeah, in fact, I think all the Sanjians, like the one that Keegan has, can do AM digital. So if you run across an AM radio station that plays digital, you'll see the RDS. You can see the text. You'll see the text on the screen. No, sir. Just asking. Okay. Well, you know, next time come in here, come in here and say hello. How you doing? You know, because I you know why I say that? Because I get trolls in here. They come in here. They want to be funny. They think they're funny. And then, then we have what we call, then you become the content. That's what happens. And I make them the content of the next hour or so by, whatever. You're right. Hello. No disrespect. Okay. No disrespect taken. It's just, when you go into the chat, some chats, listen, some chats, they don't care. But me, I have some etiquette. That's what I tell people. I got people coming here. Oh, why are you still talking about shortwave radio? Shortwave is dead. Then you know what? If that's your opinion, that's fine. I'm not here to persuade people. If you want to listen to shortwave or AM band is dead because it's not but right wingers, or I'm not here for that. I'm here to promote, to enjoy a hobby that many of us still share. A lot of us still love old radios and all types of radio. It's a hobby. For me, it's a hobby. Just like CB radio. Some people want to put an old CB radio on their car or something. It's a hobby. People have hobbies. I know a lot of people out there don't, especially these. I'm gonna say in this country today, there's a lot of people out there that need a hobby. because they're wasting time protesting over shit they had no control over. They're going to say it, you know? Like those people need a hobby. They need a hobby. They need to get off the street and get a hobby. The world would be a better place if a lot of people had a hobby. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't have a hobby. And what they do is they hang out on the street and bother other people. You understand? I think if everybody had a hobby, the world will be a better place. There you go. Now you can vote for me as president of the United States. I want to give everybody a hobby, so people don't be in the streets acting like assholes, blocking traffic and disrupting government service. You understand? If everybody had a hobby, there'd probably be no war. Because everybody be in their space, respect the other people's space. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say, that there's a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies. I have railroad hobby. I have train hobby. Railroad train hobby. I do rail fan. I like to watch. I have model. I have model die-cast metal models. I have aircraft models that I collect. And it's that, I'm 58 years old, but I can do that now because I have the means to do it. But I really believe that when, I tell kids all the time, listen, it saved me from growing up in the street. I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up around a lot of people. Some of them, they're not here no more. May they rest in peace or rest in pieces. Because in some cases, they wound up in pieces. Okay? Or they're in prison. And I tell kids, get into a hobby. Don't be one of those people that follow people that go on TikTok and look at, subway surfing. And then you wind up on the, plastered on the tunnel. Like what happened to that kid in July 4th. 15-year-old kid lost his life because why? He's subway surfing on July 4th. He got nothing better to do. He had no hobby to keep him home. Instead, he was out there all alone subway surfing, trying to make a video. I don't understand that. I don't understand that mindset. No, you're not offending me. I'm trying to make a point here. You're not offending me. But I'm trying to make a point here that, a lot of people, I wish a lot of people have hobbies. The world will be a better place, believe it. I really mean that. The world will be less people will be depressed because they wouldn't be sitting there doing nothing and thinking about things. They will be immersed in their hobbies and enjoying. And then you have like in this channel, we have on the chat, we have a lot of people that are in radio hobby. We enjoy this chat. We might touch here a little politics here and there, but we don't go crazy on each other. I'm a registered Republican. I have liberals here. I have Democrats here with common sense. I love them all. You know what I'm saying? Because we have one thing in common. We have hobbies. That's what keeps us. And the problem is you got people out there. The problem is you got people out there that they're not doing anything all day. There's people out there that they're not doing anything all day, and they're just thinking about, they're following Facebook as their news source. They use Facebook as their news source. Imagine that. Think about that. They use Facebook as their news source, or TikTok. You know what? You know how crazy? You know how insane that is? But there's people that, I saw this on TikTok. It got to be true. And that's the problem. We have too many people that are like zombies. They're lemmings. They just follow. And that's why I try to teach kids that here. I try to teach. Thank you for the subscription, by the way. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. But I try to teach that to kids here. Don't let other, and when I was young, the same thing. People made fun of me when I was young. Oh, you collect oh, you talk to this kid, and he's a dork. He's a he doesn't whatever. He has funny shoes on. He has funny shoes on. Whatever, and they make fun of him. But that kid was my friend. You know why? Because we had a couple of things in common. One, we love computers. Two, we love video games. And three, he was into CB radio, which I wasn't even into CB radio. And he started getting me into CB radio. You see what I'm saying? And that kid kept me out of trouble. Because otherwise I would have been hanging out with the other idiots that were trying to pick on him all the time. And by the way, those guys are no longer around. Most of them got caught, did their time. Some of them are never coming out. I know a couple of them that they're never coming out. Okay? I know some that never coming out. I know one particular guy because he was a big honcho. He got caught with like $6 million worth of seriously $6 million worth of coke on a truck on a semi. He was the biggest drug bust in Massachusetts history. That was the guy. That was one of my neighbors in the Bronx. And you know what he's at now? He's in Marion. Life without parole. Life without the possibility of parole. He's never getting out. He's going to die in prison. He's going to die like John Gotti. The same prison. He's going to die the same way. Why? Because me and him, when he was young, he was younger than me. Me, I was broke. I had no money, I was a fucking kid, kid. This guy, younger than me, he's driving a BMW, stack of cash in his pocket, girls, all that shit. And where he's at now? I'm here. I'm still here. He's never coming out. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? I remember his brother, the guy's brother, what I'm talking about. Me and him used to be tight. You know why? Because me and him had a hobby. And that kept him grounded. Me and him was playing with the Commodore 64 and all that. But his older brother, he didn't want none of that. He was like, oh, I'm out there. I'm driving my M3, my BMW M3. He's driving his M3. And that car back in the 80s was $60,000. All right? Imagine that today's money. He was driving a $60,000 car. Me, I was broke. All I had was my Commodore 64 that my brother gave me. And his brother used to come over to my house and play, and then he wound up buying one. And that's how me and him, and by the way, unfortunately for him, he got sucked up in the family business. But he's out now. He's living in Florida now. He doesn't deal with that shit no more. But he also did time. Of his brother. It was a family business. And let me tell you something. I say to this day, the hobby saved my life. Hobbies saved my life. And I tell kids get into a hobby. I'm trying to get my son into hobbies. I don't want my son to be on the computer just all day. I want my son to have other hobbies. Stamp collecting, good old fashioned stamp collecting, money collecting. I just bought a whole bunch of world currency notes. All this stuff's fun. It's fun for me. And I want kids to do that, I want kids to do all that, That's what's going to keep them out of trouble. You hear about these people subway surfing now. It's like a big phenomenon now because of TikTok. Everybody wants to go subway surfing. We had subway surfing back in the days, but we knew that shit was crazy. We knew that shit was crazy. You could die from subway surfing. And today it's like every other week somebody's getting killed in New York City. And they're kids. The youngest one was 11 years old. I think it was over a year ago. 11-year-old kid was subway surfing. He died. The one last week, July 4th, 15 years old. 2 a.m. on the 7 line, he's subway surfing. On July 4th, first of all, where the hell are the parents? Where the hell are the parents? That's the first thing I thought about. How is this kid 2:30 in the morning, whatever. He's on top of a subway car in Queens. You know, escape ape. Yeah, also a lot of trolls just saying things. Yeah, I know. Get engaged, man. Yeah, I know. But anyway, it's okay. Hey everybody, I hope you're having a relaxing Friday night. Yeah, I've been on for 3 hours. I'm about to sign off in a few, but I'll be on for a little bit if everybody want to talk. Hello, James Farley. I hope you're doing well. Been on for 3 hours now. I covered a whole bunch of little topics. We talked about the FMDX web server. MyRadio DX was here, gave me a couple of tips that I'm going to implement on the FMDX web server. Excuse me. I was helping Tasso with the HD radio decision when he wants to buy one. Things like that. We're just talking. We just rag chewing or chewing the fat, whatever they call. Chewing the fat. Where's my mouse? Okay. If you know me by now, I'm a very I get worked up. It's not because I'm upset. It's just I get worked up. I'm a very animated guy. You know, I grew up in the Bronx. Okay, if you want to know, are you from New York? Yeah. I'm in Yonkers. This is Yonkers, New York. Let me go. This thing is bright as hell. You see the old radio there. So no, I live in Yonkers, New York. It's right outside New York City. I'm in Westchester County. I grew up in the Bronx. I was my mom brought me here when I was 3 years old from Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican actually. I was born in Puerto Rico. My mom brought us here when I was 3 years old. Back in 1970, I grew up in the Bronx. I lived in a couple of apartment buildings. Been homeless a couple of times in the Bronx. Then we finally got to own a house. Well, we rented a house, then we got to own a house. So I grew up in the Bronx. So, I got the heavy Bronx accent. That's me. Of course, I am a Yankee fan. Bronx Bombers. There we go. Yankees, the greatest team ever, greatest team for sports franchise history is the Yankees. Oh, my God. So, of course, I grew up a Yankee fan, Elman, that's another thing. I noticed that, too, that there are more digital HD signals now. I got in a few. I think I got 2 stations that got 4 HD sub channels, and I got 1 station that has 5 sub channels. That HD1 all the way to HD5. So I got 1 station that has 5 of them, and I got 2 of them that have at least 4 sub channels, and then I got quite a few that has 3, but I got 1 that has 5 sub channels. Check that out, 5. And New York City area, New York City. 5 sub channels. I thought I would never see that. Let me go back up here. Yeah. So yeah, it's like me. I'm very animated fellow. I'm a high intensity person. I always been that way since I was a kid. I did pretty good in sports because of that. I'm a competitor. I was always a competitor. I was the guy that would be on the team yelling at all the other players. That's who I was, even though I was introverted in terms of other aspects of life, I'm also, I don't know, maybe I'm stubborn. When people say you can't do it, I wind up going all in. Maybe that's a bad thing too, but it worked out so far. So yeah, escape ape. Yeah, escape ape. The jerks outnumber those with comments exactly. And I was just talking about, I wish if more people had a hobby, there would be less, because I don't understand these people that protest. I'm sure they get paid, but I see some of these videos, the way they get on the ICE agent's face and all that. I mean, I would, me in the 70s, if I were to get in front of if I were to do that to a police officer, you know what would happen to me back in the 70s? They'd crack you over the head with a nightstick. And I seen that. I seen people do that. I seen people try to fight the police back in the 70s, and they got cracked over the head with a nightstick. Click, click. That's it. Now it's like, we of course we handcuff the police. Everybody wants to record a phone with their phone, and now the police is afraid to even put a hand on somebody because they're afraid they're going to lose their pension. So of course we got lawlessness now. People are going to do better with the time. And not to get political here, but when Biden was president, I didn't protest. When Biden was president, I didn't protest. I just said, you know what? I hope he does I hope he does a good job. I wish him luck. That's what I did. I wasn't out there every day trying to fight federal agents and all that. Not the shit that I see now. It's ridiculous what we see now. But of course, the left, they're not like that. They just nuts. They just keep being nuts. They just can't fucking understand that we have this. He's your president now, whether you like it or not. That's it. And deal with it. Instead of all this, I'm going to leave the country. I'm going to get out of here like Rosie. And she's left. And she's still talking shit in fucking Ireland. She's in fucking Ireland. She's still thinking about, she's still got this guy's rent-free in her head. Like these people are just nuts. That's it. It's like no matter what you do, they're nuts. Now I don't want to blame them for the weather. He caused all the flooding because the National Weather Service. These fucking people are nuts. And I think the weather will be a better place if some of these nutty people get a hobby. Seriously. I'm sorry. I think that's what it is. They need to just do something. With their fucking blue hair and their fucking nose ring. There you go. That's now you know how I feel about them. Yeah, C64. Hell yeah, I love I have two upstairs. I bought them a few years ago. I bought them from one I bought from Amazon. One I bought from eBay, and the other one I got from Craigslist seller. They both work. They're working condition. Even have it with a 1541 floppy drive. And I put an SD card reader thing. So literally in one SD card, I have the whole Commodore 64 software collection on one SD card. That's crazy, right? Today's tech, you could just put. Remember all those floppies? And I have some floppies, but you could put the whole Commodore 64 collection on one SD card. So that's what I do. I use that. You just type the file or you pick the number and that's it loads it. It's pretty cool. Yes, I live in Yonkers, New York. Our Texan good radio. Yeah, they're good radio. Texan is a very good brand. Overall, they're good radios. I have a few of them. Yeah, I have. Let's see how many I have. Yeah, I have a couple of them. I have the PL360. I have the PL660. I'm trying to remember which one other one. But they're pretty good radios. Definitely good radios. I definitely James Farley said he'll watch the replay. Yeah, I'm on I've been on for 3 hours already. Most be the NYC in you. Yeah, well, anyway, I'm grew up in the Bronx. So I have definitely New York City accent. RT08, we're getting second night of storms. Yeah, wow. Oh yeah, we had a little bit of rain yesterday, but that's it. Today it was hot and muggy. I believe tomorrow's gonna be nice. Tomorrow's gonna be a nice day. We might have a little chances, but that's it. Nothing. Knock on wood. Nothing. Like, yeah. James Farley. I got EQSL from Radio Romania today. Oh, cool. You got an EQSL. Okay. Man, my foot just hurts. I don't know why my foot hurts now. All right. Take care, Tasso. Have a great weekend. Of course, Anthony Kumi on Sunday, but that's gonna be members only. So we want to, and I have to talk about that too because YouTube is actually. I think I saw the announcement. that they're cracking down on content that's kind of like either rebroadcast or simulcast. So I don't know if that pertains to like things like that. So I got to keep an eye on that. I know they're cracking down on AI content. Like people that are posting too much AI stuff, because I seen it's out of control on TikTok. AI videos, it's really out of control. Some of it are downright. Like I say, they're racist, straight up racist. There's no filter. There's no filter. Some of it is straight up racist, crazy racist videos on TikTok. But they AI. It's AI. Like literally, the fried chicken and watermelon jokes, like that. Seriously, no filter. And more beyond that too, by the way. But yeah, you know what I'm getting at, right? And they're letting it go on TikTok because it's AI. It's crazy. There's a whole, I mean, no, there's a lot of videos. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of them is funny as hell, but now is before it was one or two, now it's every other video I get on my thing. I'm like, my God, everything's like AI. And you can tell the difference. Like, I can tell AI. So it's getting to the point where it's too much AI now, and it's kind of, okay, I don't think I'm going to watch this anymore. You know? Yeah. So RT0, we're 10 inches. We're about 10 inches range short this season. Okay. Yeah. Escape 8. I need a I need a new shortwave radio. I have a hard time getting reception in rural desert. Rural desert. Rural desert. I don't know why. You live in a desert? Well, I mean, I don't say any. Okay, you live in Texas. Okay, Texas. All right. Yeah, so Texan is fine. Uh, the only problem, here's the problem with shortwave. There's not a lot of shortwave. I won't say stations. It seems like we're losing a station every other so often now. So Texan Tassel. What is it? Texan PL 360. He's a small portable. It's a nice little portable. Around, I think about $50. It's a nice little portable. That one is nice. That one has single sideband too. So if you want to listen to amateur radio operators or utility stations, the PL360 is good. That's a good one. I had the SHZ D808, but that one you can get it for about under $60. SHZ D808, that one is good too. I have that one. That one also has single sideband. That also, by the way, the PL6 360 and the SHZ D808, they both have air band. So if you want to listen to aviation band, you can. They both are also very good on medium wave. So you could DX on medium wave. You can listen to distant stations on medium wave on those two radios. They're very good on medium wave. FM, they're pretty good also. They're good FM radios. So all around they're pretty good radios. The PL360 and the SHZ D808. All around they're pretty good radios. And they're portable, under $60 if you shop around. I would start with that. If you never own a radio, I would start with that. I wouldn't get anything bigger. Because you might not like listening. You might not like some of the shortwave stuff. Or not only shortwave, but also, I mean, there's still a lot of international shortwave out there. Like James, he just, you can hear Radio Romania. International, you can still hear the BBC, Radio Romania, Radio Estadio de España. You can hear international, what else? NHK, War Radio Japan. What else? There's a few other ones. Yeah, I think it's WBCQ, if I remember. It's been a while since yeah, Maine. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think it's that. Yeah, yeah. So you can listen to those. That's fine. Yeah, WBCQ. Yeah, you can pick those up too with the whip antenna, no problem. They also you can put they do have an external 3.5 millimeter jack if you want to put a wire. I don't have it down here. It's just a 3.5 millimeter stereo plug, and with a long wire, you can hook it up to like a tree, whatever the real antenna. If you outside, you want a little more longer wire. I'll give you a little more uh it's a little more sensitive with the long wire. It's like 25 feet of wire, I think it is. Now I done that too with the SH data. The 808 is actually better with the wire. So that too, you can do that too. So you can put external antenna on it if you want. And so it's with this type of connector right here. Let me just take this one. So it has like the external and it's like this type of connector. So you hook that up, and then it's a long piece of wire. You can just I think no come with the spool. No, I think did the SH data the 808 come with a spool antenna? It looked like a little spool. Yeah, it's a nice. Yeah, the PL3. I mean, if you look at the two, I do like the 360 better. It's a nicer looking radio. So, and a lot of people have that radio. They love it. I don't have that radio because I had the D808. That radio came out afterwards, but I would have got that radio if I didn't have the D808. I would have just got that one. It's a nice radio. It's a nice little radio. Everybody loves that radio. So, and that one you can also listen to CB, either regular AM mode or single sideband. The reason why I like that radio because it's small and it does single sideband. All right, so single sideband. A lot of people want a single sideband to listen to, CB radio or amateur radio. You want to listen to utility stations. It's single sideband. A lot of it is single sideband. Single sideband. All right. So there you go. So I'm gonna sign off now. I've been on for 3 hours and 22 minutes. I want to say everybody, thank you for watching. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Stay cool. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Have a great night.